こちらです。昨日は下のブロックが動きました。16時予定しておりますのがフェンネル対ファブゲーミングでございます。
ある前に勝負を決めてしまおうという考え、なんかこのキーライのエンジニアっていうのもなんかちょっとイメージ違いますね。
まずはラウンド1 前半戦
against RC survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on
さあ始まりまし
red
た。
church. He's already making his way towards the middle or towards the exit gate. He is looking back and forth. It looks like he will be running into Kirai, who is the aeroplanist, is going to throw a few clones his way, has gotten the white ball on the aeroplanist already, and is setting up more clones on his path into the church. We do see Violi is also hiding in the corner. Oh, will be giving the swap and pallets to run right away by the side of the novelist. Wonderful job with the coordination on the side of the survivors, and the hunter is going back to Kirei, who does still have the white ball on him for now, is able to make that window vault but crouching so that it doesn't give a alert to the hunter. If it does give an alert, that means that the hunter can set up a clone. And it looks like the white ball has disappeared, and the hunter has to reapply all these balls onto the survivor, is able to get the black ball, but gonna go utilize his jetpack right away to transition into City. City is working on this cipher machine and is the Gravekeeper. Doesn't look like the hunter plans on changing targets anytime soon. Is able to land the white ball on him, and it needs to get the red ball right at the pallet. Getting another pallet stood on the side of the survivors, is able to transition away. Hunter will be breaking these pallets because they can be quite a nuisance. It looks like he's going to go towards the corner of the map, is going to wait around. Hunter is going to jump right over this and will be able to throw down that pallet, but eating more balls. It looks like he has the red ball and the white ball on him already. It needs to avoid the white ball, but throwing down that pallet, he was able to readjust. The hunter was able to readjust his color palette to throw the white ball onto this airplane. It's going to bring the airplane all the way to the cipher machine. Not quite there, will be too far. It looks like City will be having one in order, so the hunter can see exactly where the survivor is going to abnormal this cipher machine. Now it's all the way down to 60%, and it looks like he will be coming in. Not anyone's coming in for the save quite yet. It does look like everyone's just decoding, and it looks like Hunter will be going towards City. City was able to finish that cipher machine, so that means he can start making his way towards it. Was not able to get the ball on him, while the clone is able to get the black ball, has gotten into his shovel, and is now slowly making his way towards the chair. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The third cipher machine at 40%, 4th cipher machine at 40%, the 5th cipher machine at 16% is going to be out of his shovel and making it to the getting the hit onto the survivor, getting the save, but getting the hit right away and double down immediately. Wonderful precision on the side of this hunter. Hullabaloo can be incredibly scary if they just place their clones incredibly well, which was the case. Hunter is continuously keeping the survivor in the red zone so that he cannot utilize his items, and it looks like he will be picking him up again for the second time, but this is the last time because he was saved after half, so he will be returning to the manor without being able to. Oh, he doesn't have any more jetpacks left, so at least he used up all his items. The hunter will be changing targets towards City or Rioli. Does seem to realize City is in that corner and is heading towards that direction, but hasn't quite spotted him out. He's getting very close, and he will be getting up just before the hunter arrives. Was into his shovel flywheel, and he downs him right away. However, 4 cipher machines will be completed very shortly. The last cipher machine at 16% abnormal is once again available, but the hunter is bringing him towards the exit gate. Cipher machine at that gate. And it looks like the Rioli will be hanging around near the exit gate, crouching, making sure that the hunter cannot see him. And Soba is trying to prime up that cipher machine. Hunter is getting tinnitus, so he is aware there is a survivor here. That abnormal is really keeping this last cipher machine from being primed. We can also see that Dungeon is at back gate, and it looks like he's going to throw another clone to try and find the survivor. Rioli, crouching, is able to spot out Rioli, is able to get the red bomb on him white ball on him, and he just needs to avoid the black ball, but the hunter is flywheeling, but the hunter was patient through the ball after, and it will be trying to get additional damage to the survivor, has to avoid the red area, is able to get the save, and the survivors are scrambling. Cypher Machine at 73% has able to down both of them right away, and the Gatekeeper is returning to the manor. Suddenly things are looking incredibly good for the side of the hunter, was able to teleport to Soba's Cypher Machine. Soba trying to get to a better area away from the Cypher Machine so that the other survivor can come in and save, but the other survivor still needs to heal up, so it looks like the hunter will be going for this patient at this time. He has 2 hooks to work with. Now 1 hook to work with. Hunter will be able to jump right over those obstacles, and he will be able to get the red ball and the white ball on this survivor. He just needs to get the white ball. Hunter suddenly changing targets, trying to stop that last Cypher Machine from being completed. Hunter does see that this survivor is not near this Cypher Machine, and the hunter is changing targets to Raioli, who is the novelist. The hunter is going to go after this novelist first, because if he's down Soba, he has to come back and down Raioli, but if he can just down Raioli one more time, he doesn't have self-heal, which means he can down Soba and chair him immediately. So it looks like the hunter is planning to keep the Cypher Machines off this Cypher Machines. Is trying to keep the survivors off these Cypher Machines instead of going for a target quite yet. Soba, however, is still at full health and has a hook to utilize, so the survivors aren't completely over. It looks like Hunter will be going into church and searching for Raioli at this time. There is a Cypher Machine at the middle that he also previously abnormaled and is only at 31%. It looks like the hunter is going to go after Raioli at this time. Raioli is trying to stay. You must stay alive if you don't want to get the 4-man elimination. Oh, rotating the color wheel was able to switch. Oh my goodness, everything's so close, and in one corner he's trying to get a different color, trying to get the red color onto the survivor. He's doing a very good job avoiding this area, staying in the... Oh, Hunter is switching places behind the wall, but sniping him out. Cypher Machines, however, have been Raioli, however, does not have borrowed time, so it wouldn't have mattered. And it looks like Soba is making his way towards Raioli. Hunter is aware of this fact, is also going to back it. Oh, is not aware of this fact, will be throwing down a clone and has seen the direction in which the survivor currently is, has to make his way back to the survivor. Raioli has gotten back up, and the hunter is checking the dungeon area for now. Now looking at the exit gate, still hasn't been able to spot out this survivor, is finally going to use another clone. It looks like the hunter will be running into Raioli while Soba makes it to the exit gate, is able to get the red ball onto Raioli, keeps looking back at the exit gate, assuming that Soba is also still in this area. Raioli will be able to make that window vault and transition to the next pallet. He will have, oh my goodness, he has to avoid the black area, and he gets the down on the survivor. The exit gate is opening up real quick at 55%. The hunter does not yet have teleport, so he can't make it right away, but he can jump over obstacles and make it much faster to the survivor. But the exit gate is open and Soba is out, and that is a one-man escape on the side of RC.
さあラオリーはどうするか。起死回生はねすでに吐いているので、這いずるかどうかですが、ブロッタルがお迎えに行きます。このフラバルに対しての1逃げっていうのが出してました。はい。いや、それも相当やりにくい。
心理学者が左下。
墓守も板多いですからね、そっち側は。
RC Hunter going against AWG survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on the red church. He's already making his way towards AEZ, who is the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper is not the most ideal target because in his shovel state he can't eat the damages instead of his main body. Hunter will be breaking all these pallets as soon as possible because he doesn't want this survivor to be hiding underneath all these pallets while he's in his shovel form, but he has left his shovel form and is back out in the open. Will be throwing down more pallets to utilize, but Hunter will not allow this and will be breaking all these pallets coming after him. Will is going to put a clone at the next pallet, but is able to go into his shovel form. Will be eating that hit for him, and the main body has gotten the damage now as the attacks pile up on this survivor, is doing so back and forth between this pallet and doing a wonderful job avoiding any more damage. Has gotten the black ball, is going to enter his shovel and transition to the next part of this map. Hunter is trying to aim and get these colors, but he's doing a very good job staying in the black part of the palette. He's going to have to rotate the color palette, and the survivor is still avoiding these hits, is able to get the white ball on the survivor. He's staying in the area between the white and the black. Hunter's trying to aim the red side on the survivor, is unable to do so until he goes across and gets over, throwing down that palette, is going to be going around, and we will be finally downing this survivor. However, Cypher machines are looking incredibly good. We see the first Cypher machine at 93, second Cypher machine at 92, and the third Cypher machine at 79%. The first chair for this Gravekeeper, it does look like Nameko has left her Cypher and is making her way towards the... Oh, it looks like we'll get an Admiral on the Red Church Building's main Cypher machine, middle Cypher machine, and the Hunter will be going after AEZ as a backdoor save was done by the Psychologist, is able to get the white ball for the survivor and the black ball on him. Oh, immediately getting him down right away. He's doing transition away, utilizing this time with he has left standing with Ty Turner. He will be going down at the corner of this map. Hunter will be bringing him towards the chair in this corner, and it looks like the survivors are back to trying and get more Cypher progress. We do see that Nameko has once again left her Cypher machine. Baruto is also in this area and can go for this possible save. In the first round, we did see RC was able to get a one-man elimination. Oh, Baruto utilizing his bomb to get to the chair, is able to get the rescue. It hasn't been injured quite yet, needs to avoid the white area. However, he gets the hit and damages the Baruto. Looks like the Hunter will be going back to AEZ, throwing the balls at him as he vaults this pallet. Oh, is able to get the remainder two color balls on this survivor, and we will be going down. This will be his third time down and third time on the chair, so he will be returning to the manor, trying to die inside of the basement, keeping the Hunter away and underneath for some time, but Hunter will be taking him out to the corner chair. Two Cypher machines have been completed. The third Cypher machine and the fourth Cypher machine are going to be completed extremely soon. We have the last Cypher machine at 26%. It looks like Hunter will be going after Baruto, who is the only survivor that has half injury, is setting up clones, is also guarding this Cypher machine, is changing targets to what looks like Nameko, who is working on the red carpet Cypher machine. She's already transitioning out, but there are a lot of obstacles to work with here. Just that one window and that very awkwardly placed pallet. It will be able to get the ball. No balls on the survivor. Is able to, oh, never mind, get all the balls on the survivor. Has gotten the, oh, will be taking her down immediately. And this is the first down for the Enchantress. I thought he was after someone else. That's why I was a little confused, but that's okay. We have the four Cypher machines completed, the fifth Cypher machine at 35% and an additional Cypher machine at 26%. It looks like the Psychologist has healed the Acrobat, and the Hunter is now going for Kaoru, who is the Psychologist, is able to injure the survivor while there is a backdoor save happening. Hunter will be committing to the survivor, is able to get the red bomb and the white bomb on the survivor as she goes back and forth at this. Oh, we'll be able to get the terror shot and downing this survivor for the first time, and the basement is in this area, and it does look like the Hunter plans on tearing out in the basement. If RC can manage to get a 4-man, oh, we're going to teleport straight to the red carpet Cypher machine, going to be running into Nameko. Nameko is going to utilize her stun, which was a 3-stack, so it was a much longer stun and much effective. She will be able to throw down this pallet, is avoiding the black area of the color palette, and is alive for now. Hunter will be breaking this pallet and following the blood trails of this Enchantress. We do see that there was another save on this Psychologist, and even though it was in the basement, it was And it looks like the hunter will be downing this enchantress next, and this will be her second down, and she was most likely saved before half since the hunter left her completely. Barotu already coming in for the save, getting ready. Cairo is trying to prime up that cipher machine. Hunter is making his way back to the psychologist, and the psychologist will have to leave that cipher machine and avoid getting straight in the basement once again, because that can be very detrimental to the survivors. Hunter, however, no longer has abnormal. He does hold teleport instead, and it looks like the dungeon will also be in this area, now known to both the survivor and the hunters, and he's trying to get the bombs. Oh my goodness, there was a little bit of stress left onto the survivor, and she was able to eat that hit and eat yet another hit just because of the little stress that was left over, working really the stress is working in favor of the survivor. She is able to get the black bomb on the survivor. Oh, double bombing her with the clone and downing the survivor for the second time. Survivors really need to start priming up these cipher machines. We have one survivor on each cipher machine, Barotu on the red carpet cipher machine, and the enchantress in the corner cipher machine next to Shag. It looks like Hunter will be going towards Barotu. Both survivors are also at full health, so that means they did heal each other up. And the hunter is now going for this acrobat next. He was able to transition into graveyard. He was able to flywheel, but he wasn't able to avoid getting the black ball, and the red ball needs to avoid the white area. He is hugging the wall, avoiding getting the white ball. Hunter needs to rotate him or jump over the other side. Oh, was able to get the white ball on the survivor through the little corners of this color palette. Is able to get the black ball, and the white ball will be downing this acrobat instead. Cipher machines, however, the last cipher machine is being primed up to 86% by Nanako. Will be chairing this survivor acrobat for the first time. Hunter needs to down this psychologist to stop the rescue or stop. Oh, the cipher machines have already been popped. It doesn't look like the survivor. Oh, okay, let's see. The only survivor with borrowed time is none of the 3 survivors left over, so there's no point in waiting, and they just pop the cipher machines. However, the survivors have not been able to touch the exit gates. It does look like Hunter will be running into Nameko, who is the enchantress, and it looks like she will be taking the wonderful stun by this enchantress, keeping the hunter far away, and it looks like he's setting up his second clone and is able to get the black ball on her. And it looks like Cairo is opening up that exit gate. They're not going to go for the save. He is going to be able to stun this hunter. Hunter is going to be able to get the down. She's going towards the dungeon. We do see that the exit gate is open. She left now. Oh, the survivor was not able to make it to the dungeon, and that's a 3-man elimination on the side of RC Hunter, tying up round 1.
ちょっとというかもう戦いにくそうですね。
戦いにくそうです。
豪華ですけれども、陣が終点側で人形師が1階建てで。
AWG Hunter going against RC survivors. It is opera singer on Moonlit River Park. It looks like she's already going towards Kirai, who is the puppeteer. A very ideal chase for the side of the survivors, because he is a survivor with the full kiting build, meaning he has flywheel and knee-jerk reflex and no other build for support, rescuing, or for endgame. And it is also the puppeteer, which means he can take a lot of hits against this opera singer that is incredibly fast. So we'll see how well this puppeteer kites against this opera singer. It looks like he's going to make it to the next palette, and the hunter will just go ahead and go all the way around. Doesn't look like she's going to destroy these pallets quite yet. He is able to vault over. Hunter is going back to the remnant, but not the one closest to the survivor. He is able to stay alive a little longer. Will be going into his puppet form as soon as the hunter approaches, and will be making that vault without any issues so far. Is going to be able to take a hit here and transition back into the pallet, and hunter will be going all the way around back into his puppet form as he makes his way to the next set of pallets, and will be able to make it to the pallet. Hunter will just be waiting patiently for the survivor to throw down these pallets, and will be blinking and missing fly flywheel, but he was able to still hit him afterwards because the flywheel was a little early and the opera singer was being very patient. This is the first chair for the puppeteer. It already looks like City is making his way towards this chair. Hunter has not quite spotted it out, is going to be breaking these pallets, so he can't rebound kite in this area. We do see that one cipher machine will be completed very soon. The second cipher machine at 56, third cipher machine at 47, and the fourth cipher machine at 38%. The wildling getting on his board right away, buying more time before he goes down, will be hit out of his board and making it to the chair, getting the save before half. With Ty Turner, Hunter will be back on this puppeteer as he transitions towards the working carousel and the walls. Looks like he's also trying to make his way all the way to the two-story building, which means he is trying to allow the survivors on this side of the map to get some cipher machines done, since there was one cipher machine completed most likely on the side that the puppeteer went down. The puppeteer will be going on the chair for the second time. We see that Rioli is already here, is going to stun the hunter with his rocket and will be getting the save onto the survivor, is in his puppet form and will be eating the hit, allowing him to transition into the pallets here. He does have 3 pallets to work with. He is in his puppet form now. It has finished and he's back to his normal form. Hunter will be returning to her remnant, unable to hit this survivor and land next to him. He is still looping this area, is going to throw down that remaining third pallet. Hunter will be breaking 2 of these 3 pallets, so he only has 1 more pallet to work with. Needs to be careful not to get here and will be going down for the third and final time. It doesn't look like there's any survivors that are planning to harass nearby. We see that 2 cipher machines have been completed. The third cipher machine at 97%, the fourth cipher machine at 56%, and the last cipher machine at 5%. And the hunter is back in her shadow form, looking for the survivor, giving her tinnitus, which has now been gone. It was the wildling, and the wildling is back at full health. So this is looking like the hunter needs to start damaging and downing a few survivors. There is some more progress on that cipher machine, but no survivor. The hunter is going back towards the tent. We do see the wildling is there. Not the most ideal chase for the side of this hunter. It looks like she'll be running into the cheerleader instead. Soba will be throwing down that pallet, ensuring that she is safe for the time being. She will be missing her dash and will be catching her on foot. She was able to use flywheel to make it to that pallet. Hunter's back in her shadow form is much faster now, and the hunter and the survivor will be using motivate to make it to the pallet. Quickly, hunter will be breaking that pallet, and she tries to transition to the next pallet. Will be eating the hit because she threw the pallet down on the wrong side, and will be changing to teleport and going towards City cipher machine. He's already on his board, and the hunter needs to hit this board 2 times. It's only his second board, which means that he still has a lot of time on this board. The hunter will be trying to get the second hit on this board, was able to avoid it for now, got stuck in the latter part of this area, is not able to dash to a different area in the shadow, so is forced out of her shadow form, and he is transitioning back into the tent. Hunter is now back in her shadow form, is able to vault that window. Hunter will be breaking that pallet and will be going back towards the working carousel cipher machine. Soba has tried to get more of that cipher machine done, is gonna leave as soon as the hunter leaves the wildling, however, and the hunter is back on this cheerleader. Cheerleader still does have 1 bullet, has the double motivate, has just finished charging up, so she can still last long enough. Will be able to use her motivate as soon as the hunter catches up, using inspire and motivate once more to get a lot of distance. Was able to make that window vault. Hunter is going back and forth, and unfortunately will be getting the hit while she's vaulting that window on the other side. The hunter will be bringing the survivor to the chair for the first time. We see 4 cipher machines have been completed. This cipher machine at 75% with an additional 5 at 68%, which is the one that the cheerleader was currently working on, but they're priming up that last cipher machine that is in the tent. Hunter is making her way towards the tent. Will be going back to the remnant, making sure there isn't a free save. Hunter will be running into the weeping clown, and he will be taking the hit for this cheerleader, and both these survivors all have borrowed time, so this is looking like a very strong endgame for the side of the hunters. Will be hitting the Weeping Cloud, and the Cypher machines will pop, and he is able to get back up. He does have 2 rockets still to work with, and it does look like the hunter will be going after this survivor. Is going to go to his rocket. Hunter is going to go back to a remnant, trying to find Ryoli on the other side. Ryoli dodging the hunter, but the hunter is slowly catching up. He's out of rocket. He's on his second rocket. He avoids the hunter for another time. Hunter is not able to catch up to the survivor, and he's buying so much time. Will be running out of that rocket and is trying to stay alive here at this pallet, and the hunter is just putting so many remnants in this area. Will be running into the survivor and downing this Weeping Clown. The exit gates were being worked on at 35%, is now being currently worked on more, and it looks like the hunter will be cheering the survivor for the first time and will be teleporting to the exit gate. Soba was working on hunter, will now be going after this survivor as she tries to stay alive. Is going to use another motivate for faster movement speed. Hunter is not going to go back to a remnant quite yet. Is going to do some mind games at this pallet. Is able to vault this pallet. The remnants in this area are slowly disappearing. Hunter now going back to a remnant, catching the wonderful flywheel, avoiding the hunter. Hunter will have to break these pallets in order to down this survivor. It looks like there was a backdoor save on this Weeping Clown while this cheerleader was buying so much time for the survivors, and it looks like she will finally get the down on this survivor. Exit gate is now being worked on. The hunter does not have teleport, so if she's going to go to the other side, she's going to have to dash there and see how quickly she can make it. But it does look like the exit gates will be open in time because she is quite far away. Is going to use the cloak to create more shadows so that she can get there faster, but the exit gates is open, and it's looking like a 2-man escape for the side of RC survivors.
やっぱり検査はもう危機一髪の救助じゃない時でもね、結構嬉しいので、まあああいうエンジニアはアイテム枯渇が
予想されていた中で、奇襲として出てきた悪夢。
気をつけるべきは
RC Hunter going against AWG survivors. It will be Nightmare on Moonlit River Park. Not your most picked hunter, as we obviously all should possibly most likely know, but he does have that ability to teleport back and forth incredibly well with his crows. This is a big map, so this can be, if utilized well, could be a very strong hunter in certain circumstances. It looks like he will first be going for this cheerleader, already has the mark on her, and is able to take the first jump hit on her as she transitions and goes through the roller coaster. Has someone press second stop? They have pressed second stop, so it looks like she'll be able to go all the way to third stop. Is gonna send a crow towards AEZ, but doesn't look like he plans on teleporting to her. Will use warp and land right next to the survivor as she gets off of this roller coaster. Is able to get that vault and is transitioning to the is not able to transition to the pallet and is finally downed right away. Is gonna send another crow towards the Cypher machine. Does look like he'll be taking the survivor to the chair for the first time near working carousel. We have 2 survivors on this side. We have Borrow 2 and AEZ. It does look like AEZ is coming in for the save first. AEZ is the first officer. He does have Tide Turner, and he is the rescuer. He can also utilize his pocket watch, and it looks like he is going to be utilizing his pocket watch. Unable to get the charge onto AEZ. He's just waiting for him to approach the chair. Is going to utilize his pocket watch once again and make his way towards the chair. Does have the crow now. Will be taking the normal hit and getting the save on this survivor. Is able to utilize his watch again, and the hunter will be going for this cheerleader right away. Did use motivate to throw down that pallet and transition. Hunter will be breaking that pallet right away, and the hunter will be teleporting using the crow. She is able to make that vault and able to get past him. There's no pallet there, so that means she's going to use motivate one more time to make it to an area with another pallet. Hunter is going to be going around looking at the top side and will be running into her and downing her right away. The second down for the side of this cheerleader, but she did outlast the Tide Turner, so she did have a pretty good rebound kite and doesn't have any pom-poms yet. It does look like there is a survivor already coming for the save. It is Coyote. Was not able to take the hit onto the fire investigator because it is his ball, and you have to use a charge attack in order to get rid of it. Hunter is trying to get his charge attack, the jump attack on the survivor, so he wants to try and get that charge on him, isn't able to do so, will be eating the normal hit, will be blocking off his way with the ball, but the hunter walked right past it. We do see that the fire investigator is trying to help. This cheerleader is body blocking for him. He is not able to get his jump hit, is finally able to get the jump hit, but onto the fire investigator instead. Nameko is using her cheers to get faster movement speed and get out of this situation. Hunter will not be cheering the survivor, warping on the other side of this carousel, trying to get a body block by the aeroplane. Hunter was unable to hit the cheerleader. Amazing moves on the side of the survivor. I don't understand how that worked, but it worked. We see that the cheerleader is using cheer to get faster movement speed. The airplane is just body blocking for her, will be taking the hit, and she will be transitioning over. 4 Cypher machines completed. The last Cypher machine at 42%. Hunter has to just teleport to the first officer. First officer is at half health, but he is utilizing his watch, so he does have some more time. Hunter going in the wrong direction, and AWG is trying to get more distance, walking back into the hunter and using his pocket watch for the final time. He will be going down if the hunter, once he runs out of pocket watch and is not in a very good kiting area. The pallet here is gone, but there is one more pallet. Hunter will be able to snipe him down right away. We do see the survivors are healing up. The cheerleader has been healed up to full, and the cheerleader seems to also be healing up another survivor. We do see that the survivors are also working on a new 5th Cypher machine, and it looks like Nameko is coming in for the save. Not quite sure, maybe possibly the fire investigator as well, but it does look like the hunter will be sending the crow towards the working carousel Cypher machine, while Nameko is making her way towards the chair, but the hunter has cut her off. Will be teleporting to the last Cypher machine, running into the fire investigator, utilizing his bomb to dash, but will still be able to get that hit because there wasn't any obstacles stopping the hunter from his jump hit, and the hunter will be sending the crow back to the first officer's Cypher machine, breaking the last remaining ball for the fire investigator. Fire investigator going up onto the 4th stop, making it hard for hunter to jump and hit this survivor. Nameko still sticking around, will be utilizing teleport and teleporting to the first officer's Cypher machine. We do see the airplane is trying to body block, but was able to hit and down the first officer instead. They are priming up that Cypher machine. It's at 51%. Will be taking the officer to the chair for the second time, but it was after half, so he'll be returning to the manor. Hunter is now going for this survivor Barotu, who is the aeroplanist. He's at half health. However, he does still have 1 jetpack and the upward propel to work with, so he can avoid possibly a hit coming in for him. Is going to be breaking that pallet, and he will be teleporting away once again to the Cypher machine at working carousel. Looks like he's going to be going after Nameko. She will be returned to the manor if she's chaired for the 3rd time, so just be very careful. Looks like Kairi will try and push this Cypher machine, but only able to do 1% more. Hunter is back onto this survivor, doing the backlight trick and trying to go through this window to catch this survivor off guard, but is doing a very good job staying far away from the survivor. But he is vaulting the second window while he loops around. Is almost caught off guard, but he did not make that loop. He did not make that vault and was not able to hit the survivor. Throwing a crow into one of the directions, I'm not sure. It does look like he was able to hit the cheerleader. Did get a crow on Barotu at the moment, and 2 Cypher machines are trying to be primed. It looks like Barotu's Cypher machine has the most progress because Hunter is not guarding that Cypher machine at the moment. The dungeon is also in this area, so now the survivor and the hunter is aware. Will be taking the hit, but Cypher machines are primed, so the Cypher machines will be popped, and this is a 3-man endgame. Hunter will be sending a crow towards one of the exit gates most likely, but it looks like they already have 35% progress from that exit gate, and it looks like the hunter is trying to down at least this fire investigator to get that 2-man. Is going to finally teleport towards the exit gate in first stop, but Barotu utilizes his jetpack and gets away from the hunter right away. He's kind of stuck here, and he's waiting behind the little pillar steel bar, but the hunter is able to snipe him right away. The opposite exit gate is being opened up now. It is at 57%. There is a crow on the fire investigator, so if this hunter Hunter teleports, which he is going to be doing, and will be going for this immediate down on this fire investigator, while Nameko is trying to get the save onto the aeroplanist. She is in the middle of the map, does have Motivate to work with, will be using her Motivate to try and make it to the chair fast enough. Hunter is on his feet trying to make it to the chair as well, is able to get the save, and they are now moving away from the chair. Hunter is walking to the chair. The exit gates are being opened up. It's at 97-99. The exit gates are open. They just need to do is leave, and they are able to leave, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of AWG survivors.
本人に聞きたいところではありますよね。
聞きたいですね。
柿野選手、アンのピック。
あっても見つからないんですよね。
そう。
AWG Hunter going against RC survivors. It will be Anne on Chinatown. Anne is well known to be the Thai hunter, so we'll see how well this Anne performs in this instance against these survivors. Her first chase does seem to be Kirai, who is the painter, already made his way to the second floor. Hunter will be throwing her cats towards this painter and jumping to catch up. Is able to land the cat, and the survivor will be leaving this area and going around the building. Hunter is trying to utilize his cats, but he's doing a very good job keeping a nice safe distance away from the survivor. Is able to outlive the cat and is getting that pallet boost vault. Getting that pallet boost vault. Pallet boost movement speed. Faster movement speed by getting that pallet vault. Oh my goodness, because he does have a full kiting build, so it means that he doesn't have bar time, he doesn't have Tide Turner. He's gonna flywheel to that window and is able to make it to the corner walls, has a pallet and window to utilize. Hunter will be using warp right away, but is able to avoid that hit once again, utilize using his second painting. He doesn't have any paintings left, but he is able to buy so much time for the survivors. And if we do look at the progress, we do have to notice that the Explorer has been able to find a 50% page already, so there is much more progress than that is shown on the screen. Was able to avoid the Hunter's attack once again with that pallet. Hunter is able to get the cat and will be able to stun the survivor and land the first hit onto this painter. It looks like the painter will be transitioning to tunnel and the corner of this map, trying to get to the double pallets here. Will be able to throw that pallet and also vault. Hunter walking through, but throwing down the pallet and pallet stunning this Hunter, and the Hunter will be throwing her cats towards the survivor. This area is kind of open. She will be jumping and closing the distance and is able to finally down this painter on the chair for the first time. However, the Cypher progress is looking incredibly good. We have 3 Cypher machines completed, the 4th Cypher machine at 35, the 5th Cypher machine at 11%, and we had the additional 20% page on the Explorer. Hunter isn't going to leave this survivor because she does have tinnitus. It is the Explorer hiding in the corner, coming in for the save. He also does have Tide Turner. Will be getting the cat latched onto the Explorer, taking the hit and getting the save with Tide Turner. Saving this survivor before half, after half, it doesn't matter. The progress will start where it ended, and it looks like he's in this corner a little trapped here and will be taking the hit with the Tide Turner effect, so he can still transition away, going to the areas where the Cypher machines have been completed and allowing the survivors to decode in peace at the other side of the map. It does look like Mono P is going to be coming in for the save next. He also does have Tide Turner, and he is the mercenary of the Cuckoo. Still have a lot of time left on the chair because he was saved fairly early by this Explorer, and the 4th Cypher machine has been completed, the last Cypher machine at 70%. This is looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. And it looks like Mono P is almost there, still has a lot of time. He's going to keep his distance. He can close the distance right away with his elbow pads, so he doesn't have too much of a rush. They do want to wait till the Cyphers are crying before they go for this save, because the painter does not have borrowed time, so that means he needs to take the body block for her, because it looks like the Cyphers have been ready, and almost ready, 92%. Oh, will be taking the hit and will be going down. Does not have borrowed time, so that means if he is chaired, it is over. Cypher machines have already been popped, and the hunter is trying to secure the down on this painter. Painter is going to throw down that pallet right before he dies. Not dies, but the Tide Turner expires, and the hunter will be bringing this survivor back to the chair. Exit gates, however, already open, and this is a 3-man escape on the side of the RC survivors.
ここでの3解読の回し方、チェイスの場所、ダウン場所、すべて良かったですね。ポイント表が今出ております。11対9。
徐々にですよね。少しでもこうオペラが心理を追っちゃって良さそうですけど。
RC Hunter going against AWG survivors. It is Opera Singer in Chinatown. So in the first round, RC was able to get that 3-man escape. So in the case of RC's Hunter, if he can just get a 2-man elimination, they will be able to win round 3. So his goal is at least a 2-man elimination. If he gets a 1-man elimination, that's a tie for round 3. And if he gets a no-man elimination, they will be losing round 3. So remember, the goal for Aka is the 2-man elimination. It does look like he will be running into Kaeru, going back to his remnant, waiting at the second story stairs, but it doesn't look like Kaeru was going up the stairs quite yet. Will be trying to, will be avoiding that hit, unable to, will be doing the hit here as she didn't get enough distance and was able to hit her with a charge attack, and it looks like she'll be throwing down that pallet. Hunter will be breaking this pallet so the survivors can't loop here and continuously go up to the second floor. She will be dropping down from the second floor and making her way up the stairs where she can utilize a pallet, and the hunter will be following close behind. Will be returning to a remnant waiting at the bridge. She'll be dropping down, and the hunter will be dropping down right behind her. Is going to be able to hit her right away. She was either being way too patient with that pallet or not planning on moving fast enough, and she was able to vault those rebels, and the hunter blinks right through and gets a terror shock on this survivor and is able to down her for the first time. It was the psychologist. She did utilize her stress ability, so it did take quite a while for this hunter to take down the survivor, and one Cypher machine has been completed. The second Cypher machine at 84, the third Cypher machine at 69%. Now that the hunter has cleaned up that pallet, it's going to be incredibly hard for the survivors to loop and utilize the second story area, and it looks like we have a survivor giving tinnitus to this hunter. It is going to be AEZ, the mercenary coming in here for the save, is able to take the hit and get the save before half with Tide Turner, but hunter will be hitting this psychologist right away as she is leaving the chair. She's going to transition to the opposite side of the map so that the survivors can decode in peace. Is going to go to that very far away corner. Hunter already has 100% or full presence, so she's just gonna take her time and not hit the survivor so she can get faster movement speed and transition further away. Is gonna be chairing her here near the exit gate, and it looks like Namiko is in this area. Hunter is gonna be vaulting these rubbles and getting rid of it completely so that the survivors can utilize this area as well. It does look like Namiko is the coordinator, has a stun gun to utilize, so if she can't get the save and stun afterwards, that means it will give the opportunity for the psychologist to get the rebound kite. Is really being careful in approaching this hunter, trying to approach her and get near the chair and not get hit. Is going to be playing a few mind games here. Is going to have to hit the hunter with the stun gun and then get the save because it was getting too close and the psychologist might have expired if she waited too long. Is going to be throwing down that pallet, was able to get the hit onto the survivor, and it looks like she's continuously going to stick with her and try to, was able to get the down onto the coordinator and successfully body block for this psychologist. However, the Cypher machine are not quite ready. If she can just quickly down, wonderful flywheel. Hunter going back to her remnant and is trying to block her. She kind of blocked her way to the pallet and is able to down this survivor for the final time because this is her third chair, and the Cypher machines are not ready, which means she can also chair this coordinator as well. It is at 89%. It's okay though. Oh no, the basement is here, so this is something looking incredibly good is looking suddenly starting to look very incredibly. It's suddenly looking very good for the side of the hunter. Is gonna change traits and teleport to the last cipher machine at 99%. The mercenary will be using his elbow pad and leaving this area. He is at half health. He has to just pop hunter, returning to her remnant. The mercenary can't pop the cipher machine and he's gonna be going down. And now the mercenary gets to get chaired next to the last cipher machine. They were able to save the coordinator, but now things have become quite complicated for the side of the survivors. The survivor has to come for the save and they have to pop the cipher machine. It looks like Batoru will be coming in for the save. Nanako is staying around the middle of the map, not quite approaching the hunter, and the hunter will be running into Baro 2 here, quite far away from the chair. Is going to be taking the hit and making one prediction. Hunter is just going to swing and get rid of that prediction made by the knight and will be downing him right away. Wonderful pressure on the side of this hunter. We do see Namiko is going around the back to attempt to save. Hunter is just going to drop this survivor and try and look for this other survivor coming in for the save. She does have tinnitus, so she is aware if she can catch up and down this survivor. This is the end for the mercenary. Is doing a very good job staying alive and utilizing these pallets, but it doesn't look like she's able to get to the chair in time and save this mercenary. Hunter is once again holding up this knight, making sure that he does not use self-heal and get the save on this mercenary. Mercenary has been returned to the manor. She just needs to down this survivor and go for the slugging method, but this cipher machine is primed, so if she allows the survivor to touch this cipher machine, he is going to go back to a remnant right next to the cipher machine. Two survivors are up. They're just gonna push this. They will be taking the hit and they will be popping the cipher machine. This is endgame, but this is looking like a 3-man elimination because this hunter has detention and the coordinator doesn't have much areas to utilize. Only one pallet here was able to flywheel, is able to get the pallets done and is able to vault and enter into the hospital hotel, but the pallet there is already destroyed. The only way she has, only route to go is upstairs, but there isn't much to do. Oh, was able to dodge, but getting the hit on the second time, and Aka is going to, he wants more. He's going to teleport to the exit gate and go for this knight as well. Barotu, the coordinator, however, still does have self-heal, so she can get up, but it does look like the hunter plans on getting more. She wants more points for the survivors, is able to get the prediction on the first time and is not able to get the prediction the second time. Flywheel, amazing job avoiding the hit, but will be taking the survivor down with the second swing. Is now going back to the coordinator. The knight does not have self-heal, so now she can just down the survivor and this will guarantee her a 4-man elimination. Going back to her remnant, going towards the dungeon. The survivor coordinator is not quite there yet. Checking the exit gate, she's not quite there either. She's just staying back in the very far corner of hotel. Hunter, unable to get tinnitus yet, is slowly making her way towards hotel. There isn't a cipher at this exit gate next to hotel either. Is going to go back to her remnant, go towards tunnel, is making her way towards the coordinator and is able to find her very soon. Has seen the blood trails, and this is just a matter of time because even if detention's out, she is still at half health, so it will not matter. She is trying her best to stay alive here at the 2 pallets, but the hunter will be able to get that 4-man elimination.
離した状態で通電したかったという意思が前面に出ていた。
確定となりました。
虫補佐をどこに流す
AWG です。
AWG Hunter going against RC survivors. It is Soul Weaver on Lakeside Village. He's already making his way towards Rioli, who is the lawyer. He is using his map, meaning he can see exactly where this hunter is, and he also gets faster movement speed, is able to make it to the small boat window and is able to vault it. Hunter will be going around. Rioli, seeing this, will be using his map to loop this area once again since he does have enough distance and will make it back up to the second, not the second story, but the little boat, and will be able to vault that window. Hunter will be vaulting this window as he goes into the double walls here and is able to throw down that pallet, still utilizing his map and giving himself, having enough distance away from this hunter, will be utilizing his webs to catch up, and for faster movement speed is able to catch up to the survivor. But we see the entomologist bees are here. He's gonna take the first damage, but the bees are gonna be pushing this hunter far away from Rioli, so Rioli can make more distance. It looks like he's trying to make his way into Big Boat. Hunter is trying to catch up, but he doesn't have any webs because he just utilized 3 webs to catch up the first time. He's gonna finally utilize another web here, and we do see Soba is here ready to stun this hunter. Oh, blink it and downs the lawyer right away. Soba staying behind, getting ready to stun this hunter if necessary, is able to get the spit, is going to be able to flywheel into that pallet. He is still sticking around, is going to be eating a hit here, and is at 75% damage. He can't stick around any longer and he has to move on. Hunter, however, is gonna leave. Nope, is able to avoid that spit, and is gonna stun the hunter from afar, freeing this lawyer once again. Amazing job on the side of this coordinator. Hunter is gonna be going after this coordinator instead. She doesn't have any items, and this is what usually happens to coordinators that use their stun gun, is you will become their next target because they don't want to deal with this, and she doesn't have any items. She does have a web on her, so she already has slower movement speed, is going to eat another web and clean up this area, so the hunter doesn't have faster movement speed, is staying safely behind this one pallet, but that is a very slow vault, is able to snipe her out with the spit web spit with his web, and is able to cheer her for the first time here on the docks near Big Boat. We do see Mono P is in the area. Kirai has wanted order, but it's fine because he's far away and he's not going to come for the save. Hunter is walking towards Mono P, who is the first officer, has spotted him out quite far away from the chair, is going to utilize his pocket watch, and the hunter will be going after this survivor. He is trying to keep a safe distance, and the hunter is swinging, isn't able to land a hit on him quite yet, but he is making his way towards the chair, utilizing the last of his pocket watch, and is able to get the spit onto this first officer. The pocket watch is gone. He's going to be able to take a normal hit and get the save with Tide Turner, and both survivors will be trying to get out of this shore area. Is not a very good place to be chaired because it's very far from obstacles. Is able to get the pallet stun on this hunter and is transitioning further away. Needs to avoid getting a spit. Will get the spit while trying to vault that window, but she has left this shore, so it is going to be a better area to go save her if necessary. Is going to be looping this area and is able to flywheel the second shot and is able to go away from this area, but she's slowly running out of windows and pallets to work with kind of here in the open. Hunter is catching up and able to snipe her down with the spit and will be chairing her for the second time. Oh, he's trying to bring her back closer to the shore area. Is going to be taking her all the way to Big Rock. Don't think he can make it all the way to shore because that is still quite a distance. However, Cypher Machines are prime. 4 Cypher Machines completed. Last Cypher Machine at 98. Kirai already making her way to the chair, getting ready to save, and is at the chair and just trying to be careful when making this save. Is able to get the save. Hunter will be hitting the coordinator with the spit. We have the bees coming in to help and support this coordinator. She is gonna throw some webs here for faster movement speed. Is gonna utilize 2 webs, 3 webs, and the coordinator is gonna eat those webs, and he's gonna get the hit onto the coordinator. Cypher Machines have been popped quite a long time ago, didn't notice, but it is working out very well for the side of the survivors. Is gonna be bringing this coordinator to the chair for the third and final time. Kirai is trying to open up that exit gate. It is open, so she will be able to leave. The opposite side exit gate is at 50% and isn't quite open. Rioli is in the middle. Hunter is going to teleport to that exit gate, but the survivors are not there. They left and they're all heading towards the entomologist. We do see Rioli is almost at the exit gate. Mono P can get the dungeon escape that is in this corner near Little Boat. Is trying to get the spit, is able to get the spit on Mono P, and will be utilizing the webs to close the distance. He has a pocket watch and he's able to make the dungeon escape, and that's a 3-man escape for the side of RC survivors.
さあこちらねポイント
こう腐りまくってみたいな
ありました。
はい。
どうでしょう。ここのスポーンの時って結構船上を追われる。
RC Hunter going against AWG survivors. It will be an Anne on Lakeside Village. She's already making her way towards Big Boat, where she will be running into the Priestess. Priestess is going down the stairs. Hunter is going up the stairs. She just missed the Priestess. They'll be running into each other. Priestess going right back up the stairs. Hunter will be throwing her cats, and the cats will be landing on Kaeru as she makes it to the second floor. Hunter will be jumping to close the distance. Was able to make a portal, but she still stunned. The survivor is able to take the first hit onto the Priestess. Priestess is leaving Big Boat. Hunter will be also vaulting and going after this Priestess as she makes her way towards Big Rock at the exit gate area. Hunter is going to be throwing the cats on her. It lands on her once again. Hunter jumping and stunning the survivor. Is going to be downing her right away in an extremely early down. We do have the Prospector is throwing his magnets and trying to stun this Hunter, freeing this survivor for his teammate, and is able to stun this Hunter, but she already put down the Priestess, able to avoid the hit with the flywheel, and is getting ready to harass this Hunter once again. Getting another magnet on this survivor, is able to stun this Hunter and save the Priestess, but she goes down immediately after. It looks like the Hunter will be picking up this Priestess once again, and the Prospector has left for now. Will be carrying this Priestess. One Cypher Machine is completed, the second Cypher Machine at 68%, the third Cypher Machine at 26%. Most likely the Prospector Cypher Machine, because his Cypher Machine was interrupted when the survivor came in this general direction and also tried to buy more time by utilizing the magnets. Is gonna stun him right away, taking the hit. Oh my goodness, he's getting the terror shot, unable to get the save right away. And that's a down situation on this rescuer, so this is looking incredibly good on the side of this ad. It looks like AEZ has also come getting ready for this save, since the Prospector was unable to do so. Is being caught in the middle, is gonna elbow pad to the chair, is gonna wait around a little longer, needs to give time for this Prospector to also heal up. It looks like the Hunter will be getting the cats back near the chair. The mercenary will be now elbow padding to the chair. He wasn't able to get the cats on this mercenary and is able to get the save real soon, and he's gonna heal up the Prospector and then get the save. Oh my goodness, the Hunter has downed the Prospector once again right away. The Priestess staying by this pallet dropped by the mercenary, is able to keep the Priestess alive for a little longer. The Hunter is back on the chase. The Priestess is able to make a portal through the rocks and pallet, and is able to make it to the next pallet. Hunter will be getting the stun on this Priestess and will be downing her for the second time. The Prospector is back up, throwing magnets on this Hunter. Hunter is just gonna go ahead and pick up this Priestess and take her to the chair. She has enough distance and cannot be stunned at this moment. This is the last chair for the Priestess because she was saved after half. The Hunter is now going for this Prospector. Prospector throwing another magnet, but there's already a magnet on this survivor, and the Hunter is stunned for a little bit, is gonna jump and is avoiding this Hunter with that one pallet, was able to make that vault, going towards the next drop pallet. Hunter is gonna go around, getting ready to utilize, oh my goodness, changing to blink and downing this Prospector right away, bringing the Prospector to the chair for the first time, taking him back to the Big Rock Cypher Machine, unable to finish up that Cypher Machine. AEZ is at half health, needs to come for this save. Hunter is going to be throwing her cats on this survivor, is able to land. The cat's going to break this pallet and send the cross to the chair so the survivor can be stunned when going next to this chair. Is going to be waiting, oh, has gotten stunned, is getting the save, but he will be going down. Hunter back on this Prospector. He has these two pallets to utilize, but it's not the best area. Hunter will be throwing cats onto the survivor, is able to land the cats. He's going to recall the cats with the cross and stun this survivor and down him for the second time. It's a double down situation for the side of the survivors. It is looking very dangerous. The hunter is bringing the survivor back to the cipher machine. The mercenary is still down next to this cipher machine. Hunter is going to be picking him up for a little while and going to throw him back down. Baroto is coming in for the save. He is the painter. He still needs to draw the painting, which is going to take a long time. All able to stun this painter and is able to get the save, but the hunter is going to come. Oh, the magnet pushed the hunter away, is able to flywheel, is going to take a hit. The mercenary is going to take another hit. Mercenary does not have self-heal anymore. Hunter is sending the cats towards the painter. Painter is trying to finish up this painting but is down right away. Hunter is now going back for this prospector, is able to get the prospector. Oh my goodness. She can just chair this prospector, then chair the painter, and it's a 4-man elimination for the side of RC, and they will be winning this matchup. Congratulations.
運が一度の戦いになっていきますが、試合の結果となりますリジェクト、そしてアルネブ・ウィズでの赤となりました、おめでとうございます。に関しても BO5、 そして勝った方が進出枠1つ獲得。
重めにキャラクターの勝利、
おー、中央にFAVゲーミングの戦い。
FAV Hunter going against FL Survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Red Church. It looks like he's making his way towards Sasori, who is the coordinator. Nope, he's going to change targets, go back inside of Church, and is making his way towards Young, who is the Enchantress. And it does look like he's changing targets towards 520 instead, who is inside of Shack. It is going to be putting a clone down, and a peeper is going to get ready to, not going to use his ball to vault over that window. Hunter is staying outside, is going to finally go inside. The basement is also in this area, so definitely not a place you want to go down in. However, it is the acrobat, and he can utilize his ball to transition into other areas, and will be holding his ball. As the Hunter gets closer, he will be utilizing it immediately. Go through that pallet. Hunter is setting up a clone. He will use flywheel to avoid the balls. He is able to get the black ball and the white ball on the survivor, and is able to get the red ball while throwing down that pallet. Is able to get the black ball immediately as well. While he was vaulting that pallet, is going to transition to the next pallet. Is going to go back and forth here. Is able to get the red ball on the pallet, and the black ball sniped with his clone and downing the survivor for the first time. First cipher machine at 80%, second cipher machine at 69%, third cipher machine at 48%, and the fourth cipher machine at 18%. He did also chair the survivor near another cipher machine that was being worked on. We do see Sasori also has one in order. Thankfully, it wasn't the survivor hiding in the corner of the map. It is the Gravekeeper. He is already in his shovel, and it looks like he's slowly making his way towards the chair. Hunter is setting up clones in anticipation for this survivor. Has gotten the save right away and is throwing down a pallet, but will be able to get the damage onto this survivor. Is going back and going to down this acrobat. Next is going to jump over that wall. We do see the coordinator is going to stun this hunter and keep the hunter away, allowing this acrobat to transition all the way into graveyard. Hunter is going to slowly catch up to the survivor, setting up a clone near the graveyard areas. Is able to already land the black and white ball on the survivor. Oh my goodness, the red ball right away, and is downing this acrobat again for the second time. He was saved before half, so he still has a lot of time on this chair. Sasori is in the vicinity, has no gun to work with, but she still can get this save. And Hunter will be throwing down a peeper, so he will be able to see this coordinator now making her way to the chair. Is able to get the hit on her right away. She has gotten the black ball. Oh my goodness, she got the save before going down. This will be a double down situation if he downs this acrobat, but at least she was able to get that save on this acrobat. Is able to flywheel and make it to the window, but is able to eat the bomb as he goes over the window, and will be going down for the final time. time.
これもしっかり共有は
It
され
will
てい
be
くで
at
し
the
ょう。
corner
これ
next
暗号
to
機は
the
2台で
back
すが
gate and we'll be
い
taking
や
him
どうでしょう
to
ね。
the
そうで
closest
すね
chair.
空が先ほ
We
ど
have
あえて
3
戻って
cipher
くるよう
machines
な
completed, the
動き
4th
でダウ
cipher
ンしてい
machine
た
at
ので
58% and the
読み
last
づ
cipher
ら
machine
く
at
はあるのかなと
49%.
思います。
Hunter is
拾え
going
るか拾
towards
え
the
ないかで
story
拾
who
えないようだ
fell
と思うんですけど、
just
わあ
outside
見え
of
ました
Graveyard
ね。
has
は
found her right away, wasn't
ね
able to heal
ちょっ
up
と移
and
動
will
して
be
いたそ
bringing
こ
her to the
ちょっとし
graveyard
た移
chair.
動を見過ごさなかったチキン。
See, the Mayken is at half health and Young is the only survivor available to come for the save. They need to finish up these cipher machines, prime them up and go for the save so that when they come for the second save, it has to be Mayken coming in for the second save because he's the only survivor that has borrowed time. But will everything work out just in favor for the survivor? We're not sure. Gonna teleport straight to Mayken's cipher machine and he went into his shovel form trying to stay alive and away from this hunter. Hunter is throwing his balls towards the survivor but is able to only get the black and white ball so far. Is gonna change his color wheel, was able to land the red ball, has a red ball and a black ball already, needs to avoid the white area but gets sniped out while vaulting this pallet back and forth. Will be chaired for the first time. However, the survivor was saved off of the chair. Young is making her way towards the Gravekeeper this time. Hunter will be running right into her and as she's making her way to the chair and is gonna be getting some the white ball, oh my goodness, has gotten all 3 balls on her as she made it flywheeling to the chair and is gonna stun the hunter, is able to make the save just in time and the hunter is trying to down this enchantress and is able to avoid the white area. She's doing a very good job so far, is able to continuously the wheel is rotated and he gets the white ball on the survivor and is cheering Young for the first time. We do see new cipher machines have been started in order to prime up and finish these cipher machines. We have all 3 cipher machines completed, the 4th cipher machine at 77, the 5th cipher machine at 60, and an additional cipher machine at 59. Sasori and Maiken are both making their way towards the chair. Maiken is trying to get that cipher machine working and Sasori is most likely coming in for the save, but depending on who the hunter downs, the other survivor will come for the save. It doesn't look like they're planning to go for the save quite yet, and it is going to be an after half save. Mayken is working on that cipher machine. He just needs to pop it. Hunter has changed targets to this Gravekeeper, which means they will be able to get a backdoor save inside of his shovel. He is hit outside of his shovel. Hunter is throwing and downing this survivor. The backdoor save happened as soon as the hunter starts chasing the Gravekeeper. Hunter going back and trying to down Young once more. He is able to stun this hunter and transition inside of this shack and make that window vault. Hunter is going back towards the Gravekeeper. He is unable to self-heal yet, and it looks like he'll be bringing the Gravekeeper right back to the chair, but at the corner, very close to his cipher machine, and it looks like the 4th cipher machine will be completed very soon at 95%, using the clone to see if there's any survivors in the area. It is Young, she has left, and the hunter isn't going to leave the chair, doesn't want to go too far away from the chair and allow another backdoor rescue because 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine is at 87 and is in this corner area. It looks like Young is going to come for the save, and along with Sasori, she's priming up that cipher machine. It's 92%. She has downed the survivor. Now the hunter is going for Sasori. They still do have self-heal, but if she downs the survivor quickly, she will be able to pick up that survivor. So it's just a matter of time. It is looking like a 4-man elimination. The survivors are running out of resources. They have been down. Hunter is making his way right back to Young, and they just went down way too close to each other. So getting up and rebound kiting is going to be incredibly hard. Is not able to get up. Hunter is going to bring the survivor to the chair near Sasori and will likely pick up Sasori very soon after. Looks like he will be chairing her right next to Sasori. Sasori is healing up, is at 93%, is able to give up. Is there a way for her to get to the dungeon? No, it's on the complete other side of the map. She already has a red ball and a white ball and gets a black ball on her, downing her and getting the 4-man elimination for FAV Hunter.
次ハンターになるんですけど、ここでもやっぱり5ポイントが欲しいよね。そうですね。 耐えれないと思うので、
10秒は入れないですからね、さすがに降りてきちゃいますし。
ゲーミングが5ポイントを
FL
取って
Hunter
いま
going
す。
against FAV survivors. It will be Goatman on red church. He's already making his way towards Felix, who is going past Graveyard. He will be seeing the blood trails of the survivor. It is the toy merchant. She does have a syringe as one of the items that she gets in her inventory in the beginning of the game. It looks like she will be able to throw down that pallet. Is setting up a catapult, but the hunter has set up a cage, so she can't really leave this area, but she will be going back and forth in the sky, but inside of the cage, and it looks like she will be landing outside of the pallet. Hunter will be going back and forth. She is avoiding the hunter incredibly well, but will be taking the first hit as she tries to go across the middle of the cage. She is transitioning to the walls nearby the back gate, and Hunter will be throwing down a keeper and will be setting up another cage to lock her in. She is doing a very good job hiding behind this wall and is staying away from this hunter. Hunter is catching up, so she's trying to go towards the edge of the cave, but is unable to do so, and will be taking the first down. At the shack area, outside of shack, she will be chaired. Cypher machines at 81%, 65%, and 60%. She has died far away from all of the survivors, so the Cypher machine progress is not being interrupted, but it does look like Nerisu is coming for this save, but she's still at quite a distance. Hunter is leaving Nerisu, checking the church, and will be running into Appai. He will be caging Appai outside of the cage while Nerisu makes it to the chair. Hunter will be caging the psychologist right before she's about to get the save. She will be eating the hit and will be getting the save, but she does have stress, so she will be back up unless she gets hit here before with the Tide Turner, but she only got a 25% damage, so the psychologist will be fine for now. Felix is hiding and crouching behind the window. Hunter is gonna double back and hit the toy merchant as she's trying to go over that pallet, and is able to down this toy merchant as soon as Tide Turner runs out. 2 Cypher machines have been completed, the 3rd Cypher machine at 60%, the 4th Cypher machine at 20%, and the hunter is cheering her next to the back gate. It looks like Nerisu is still around. Hunter has not been able to cage her, is going towards Graveyard, does have tinnitus, but hasn't been able to it looks like he will be able to see her real soon. Has been able to spot her out here, but she's only at 25% damage, which means she still can take up to 2 hits to go down. Hunter is trying to down the survivor, is able to hit her once more with the 25% hit, and needs to down her inside of a cage. Then he will be able to get that 50% damage, and he hasn't been able to run into the survivor. Will be breaking the cage. She is inside of this big cage, but will be vaulting that pallet. Hunter unable to down the survivor, setting up another cage, finally running into her and downing the survivor. 2 Cypher machines have been completed. The 3rd Cypher machine will be completed very shortly. The 4th Cypher machine at 75%, and the 5th Cypher machine at 60%. So Cypher machines are being worked on, progressing quite well. Hunter is gonna make his way towards red carpet, where Dokcho is trying to finish up that Cypher. Hunter using a double cage and landing next to the survivor, is going to use that normal and take out the progress on that Cypher machine, making his way back to the chair. Appai is currently on his way trying to get the save. Not sure if he can make this before half because he's been caged twice. Hunter is going to be breaking this cage, and he is not going to approach the chair quite yet. It looks like he's going to have to go for the after half save. Hunter is following him and closing the distance. He is right behind him, will be taking the 25% damage, and unable to, not unable to, but is not getting the save quite yet. Will be taking the 25 hit again and is at half damage, is able to save with Tide Turner. Hunter has caged in this psychologist psychologist doing a very good job avoiding this hunter and going back and forth, is able to make the vault and gain more distance away from this hunter, is able to throw down that pallet. Hunter is getting ready to make a small cage, has cager and has down there for the second time. This also will be her second chair, but she was saved after Hasha, so she will be returning to the manor. Hunter needs to use abnormal on that graveyard cipher machine. It's being finished. It's already at 93%. Hunter is nearby. This cipher machine is unable to get down on the survivors. We do see that he utilized his jetpack. The airplane has utilized his jetpack to avoid the hit. 92%. Hunter is setting up. Will be setting up the cage and downing the survivor. The hit on the side of the coordinator, stunning this hunter while priming up this cipher machine. If she needs to be careful not to. The airplanist doesn't have borrowed time, so this is the end game with one survivor available. Hunter is not going to be chairing the survivor quite yet. He wants to get the 4-man elimination, because in the first half we did see FAV Hunter getting the 4-man elimination, downing this coordinator and securing the 4-man elimination. Will Appai be able to heal in time? It doesn't look like he will be, and that will be a 4-man elimination for the side of FL Hunter.
だいぶでもサバイバーというところでやっぱ通電ちょっと苦しかったサバイバーでもあり
はいですね。庭師も庭師で初手ででも追いに行くようなサバイバーでは
FAV Hunter going against FL survivors. It will be Ivy on Arms Factory. Looks like he's sending his ghost towards 520, who is the aeroplanist. Airplanes will be leaving his cipher machine, trying to get the scare, and was able to get that 40% scare on the survivor. Will be infecting him immediately, and he will be transitioning away from the main body and staying out of the area. The tablets, trying to avoid getting additional corruption, is doing a very good job hiding away from this hunter, and is able to get the 100% corruption and get the first hit on this survivor. It looks like he's transitioning outside of walls, making his way towards the shack. Does have pallets to work with, and the ghost is going towards Maycan, who is the mercenary who is doing the middle cipher machine, and it looks like he's going back to 520. He still does have that cooldown, so the ghost can't latch onto him. Will be getting the 40% scare on him right away. He does still have this pallet blocking his way, so that he can stay away from the main body and avoid getting damage for the time being. Have 3 pallets to work with. He's going to utilize his jetpack, make it to the opposite corner walls, and is able to make that window vault. He does not have, the cooldown is gone. Will be infecting him right away and getting the 100% corruption and downing him for the first time. First cipher machine at 85, the second cipher machine at 79, the third cipher machine at 55, and the fourth cipher machine at 3%. We do see one of the cipher machines are much slower. It is most likely the mercenary cipher machine, because he was breached and now he's coming in for the save, and it looks like he is going to be caught out in the open a little before he made it to the chair, but he does have elbow pads to work with, so it may not be a problem. But if the hunter can get a lot of corruption on him, is going to be able to infect him, and he is eating some corruption while he got a double scare, but he was able to get the save and was not hit at all, so that means he can come for the second rescue. We do see the airplanist was hit right away, but he's using this time to transition into factory. The main body is sticking around the mercenary, trying to get some damage on the survivor, so he can't come in for the hit once again. Will utilize his elbow pad and avoid getting any more injury. The ghost is by this will be infecting the airplanist. Hunter will be teleporting to the wrong portal, but will be able to teleport right to the correct portal soon after. It looks like the ghost is now looking for another survivor's cipher machine to infect, to try and slow down that cipher progress, while the hunter takes this survivor to the chair for the second time. 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th one at 36 and the 5th one at 12, an additional one at 3%. It looks like the hunter will be infecting the puppeteer and will be waiting for the save coming. It looks like it will be the gardener coming in for the save. Was able to get the save with Ty Turner once again. Hunter is going to use blink and down the survivor. He does still have time with Ty Turner. It looks like he's trying to forces Hunter into the factory area away from the survivors. The ghost is still looking for another victim, and the main body is going to stay close by and secure this one-man elimination. We'll be infecting the mercenary once again. And the tide turner effect has run out, so the hunter will be bringing this survivor to the chair for the third and final time. The ghost is going towards Shaq. It does look like the ghost will be running into Sasori, who is the gardener. It looks like they're almost finished with the fourth cipher machine. Will be completed very soon. Has got 95% corruption on that gardener, and it's able to get the hit onto the gardener with that corruption. We see that the fourth cipher machine has been completed. The last cipher machine, however, is not being finished quite yet. We do see there are 3 cipher machines that have progressed, 2 cipher machines that are being worked on, and the ghost is now going towards Maycan. Will be infecting the mercenary, and the hunter will be recalling the ghost, and it looks like the main body's going back towards Sasori or Maycan, and the ghost is going to stay next to Young, who is the will be teleporting to the mercenary cipher machine. Will be infecting the puppeteer, and it looks like the survivors have left that area of corruption, and it looks like each survivor is working on their own cipher machine, and the hunter is going around the entire map trying to infect all these survivors. Was able to get the infection on this gardener, and getting the scare 100% corruption. Is able to doesn't look like she was able to swing. Will be swinging now and downing this gardener for the first time. And it looks like the dungeon is also in the shack corner. We'll be chairing the survivor very soon in the corner shack chair, but it's broken, so she has to put down the survivor and fix this chair before she can chair this gardener. So very good job on the gardener to waste time, and since she was at half health, there was a high possibility the hunter would infect her and get the corruption. Oh, the mercenary is already here. The cipher machines are primed. He's getting ready to go for the save. Hunter is waiting, being very patient. He has 100% corruption. Oh no, that's not the mercenary, that is the puppeteer. Maycan is completely fine. Hunter is not infecting the survivor because she doesn't want to have a cooldown later on. Is going to get that down onto this gardener, unable to body block, so it looks like the survivors are not going to be popping the cipher machine. They're going to wait till the mercenary can body block, but the basement is in this area, so things are looking very dangerous for the side of these survivors. The mercenary has to body block for this gardener because she does not have borrowed time, but now things have become more complicated because the hunter decided to take her all the way to the basement instead, and the mercenary is going back and forth at the stairs, is able to avoid getting the hit, is going to get the hit at that tablet, and will be able to get the save onto this gardener. The gardener is going to go to the corner, and why am I saying corner 3 times? And the mercenary is going up on the stairs. Cipher machines have been popped. This is the end game. He's going to flywheel, but the hunter was patient and waited till flywheel effect was over and then down the survivor. Things are looking incredibly difficult for the side of the survivors because we already see the hunter has infected the puppeteer working on that exit gate. The mercenary is working on the opposite exit gate. The dungeon is in this area, so if the mercenary can just open up that exit gate and leave, there's a possibility for this puppeteer, if he utilizes his puppet, he will be able to get that dungeon escape. So it looks like the main body will be staying and going after this puppet. The exit gate is open. He is in his puppet form. He needs to go to the dungeon. He's able to make it. Oh, he's got the 100% corruption. Hunter is dragging him away from the hunter. Oh, was dragging him away from the dungeon, and he will be able to get the down on the survivor, and that's a 3-man elimination for the side of FAV.
第1と、はい、まずはリードしている一旦飛んできました。中央がバーメイドとなっています。はい。
FL Hunter going against FAV survivors. It will be Ivy on Arms Factory. Looks like the ghost is already heading towards Felix, who is the embalmer, while the main body is waiting on the other side of the building is going to be infecting and teleporting onto this embalmer right away, sending the ghost towards Nerisu, who is the barmaid, and the main body is still staying nearby. Felix will be breaking that pallet. The ghost is going around the opposite way, trying to get more scare onto the survivor. He is able to avoid it so far at 63% corruption. Will be able to avoid that scare, and then is making his way back around the walls, and the main body is slowly catching up. Is going to play some mind games at this pallet, going back and forth. Hunter has caught up, oh my goodness, and gets the terror shock onto this embalmer, so that's an immediate down on the side of this Hunter. Looking very good for this Ivy. It looks like she will be cheering him for the first time at this corner. Oh, he's gonna revive himself in his coffin, but the coffin is right next to the factory, so the Hunter is gonna be running into him incredibly fast. Is gonna infect him right away, teleport to the survivor, and will be getting 14% corruption as he transitions to the middle of the map. There are no survivors currently here. Is gonna flywheel to make it to the blink, but he was able to avoid it with the wonderful flywheel to the pallet. Is going to be infecting the barmaid once again, and the embalmer is making his way to the shack. Appai is in this area, and he is working on that cipher machine, so he must try not to disrupt that cipher progress. 96% corruption, and it looks like the Hunter is catching up to him once again. The cooldown on the ghost is about to finish. Hunter is going to be able to infect him once again, getting the 100% corruption and downing him for the second time. We have 2 cipher machines completed. 3rd cipher machine will be completed very soon, and the 4th cipher machine at 36, the last cipher machine at 7%. The dungeon is also in this area. Appai is in this area, and he will be infecting the acrobat, sending the ghost towards Nerisu. And it doesn't look like, it looks like the first officer is nearby, getting ready to go for that save. He will be utilizing his pocket watch and making his way to the chair. The corruption is rising, so he needs to get the save before he gets too much corruption. Is going to utilize his pocket watch and will be taking the hit and getting the save just before he is returned to the manor. He does have tide turner, so that means Felix can stay alive for a little longer even if he is hit. Hunter will be teleporting to him right away, has 66% corruption, is able to get the scare, and will be getting the down onto this embalmer for the final time. We do not have any survivors that can harass, so it does look like he will just be leaving right back to the manor. 3 cipher machines completed, the 4th cipher machine at 88, the 5th cipher machine at 52, and an additional cipher machine at 13%. Hunter is now going for the barmaid, who is Nerisu. He does have a lot of healing drinks to work with because, well, she didn't really have the chance to give the embalmer any since he was chased immediately every single time. Looks like the ghost is going to go towards Dakcho, who is the first officer. The main body is staying near the barmaid. Ghost is now following the blood trails and is closing in on Dakcho. He is at half health, so if she teleports to him, she will be able to down the survivor much faster than chasing other survivors. It does look like the main body is going to stay nearby Appai, trying to get it down on this acrobat. The ghost staying nearby Dakcho. Was gonna blink and go through the walls, however was able to flywheel and utilize his bomb to create distance, so still at full health. Amazing utilization of his there's no pallets in this area. Hunter's gonna catch up and is gonna be able to take the hit for the first time on the acrobat. 4 cipher machines however have been completed. The last cipher machine is being pushed by the remaining 2 survivors. The ghost is back onto this survivor, is going to infect him, just avoiding the 100% corruption at 90. Oh my goodness, got the scare and will be able to down this acrobat for the first time. And it does look like ciphers are progressing quite well, and the ghost is now going towards Nerisu, gonna chair this acrobat in the shack corner chair. And the ghost has now caught up to Nerusu. However, there is a cipher machine that is around 93%. Hunter will be infecting the barmaid and will be teleporting to her right away, trying to get more corruption on her. It's at 83% because she needs to, when she looks at the Hunter and when she's inside the area of the tablet and the corruption area, will be recalling the ghost and sending it towards the remainder two survivors. They were able to get the save and now they are healing up is what it seems like, and the barmaid is still waiting around at the factory. The main body is still on the barmaid. The ghost is going towards the survivors. They are trying to heal up. Is gonna infect the survivors and get the 100% corruption on both of them. Is only able to down the acrobat, and it looks like the first officer is going to stick around. Cipher machines are primed. He's gonna go for the save and is able to get enough, not enough, will be getting the save onto the acrobat. Hunter is just going to be going after. It looks like Cipher machines have been popped. Three-man endgame. The Hunter does have detention. In the first round, we did see that FAV Hunter was able to get that 3-man elimination. So if FL wants to win, they have to get a 4-man elimination. If they want to tie, they have to at least get a 3-man elimination. Will be infecting the barmaid, and the main body is still around Doctor. Doctor will be going down on the third. If he gets down, this will be his third chair, so she will be able to eliminate him. He has to be very careful. And the Hunter has detention. She'll now be going towards Nerusu, who is the barmaid, was able to make that window vault. Hunter is gonna blink right through, and oh, she's gonna miss with the doubling back and forth dodges, and was able to make it, but the Hunter is gonna be able to catch up real soon here. The window was a little far away. Will be finally downing this barmaid and infecting the acrobat. Has not planned to, will be taking her to the chair. The exit gate, one side is open at 35%. Appa is getting rid of that tablet near the exit gate. The ghost is hanging around the barmaid, will be infecting the barmaid. The main body is going towards Appa. Appa is still not able to open up that gate because he's an acrobat and he's very slow at opening exit gates. And it looks like the Hunter will be teleporting straight back to the barmaid and has realized there's a survivor, Doccho, nearby trying to open up that exit gate as well. Will be infecting Appa, but she can't leave this side because Doccho's here and the barmaid is chaired here. She doesn't want to give that free save, and so she will just allow the acrobat to, will be getting the terror shot while trying to vault that pallet. It would have still gone down because she is at full health. Oh my goodness, she's teleported to the acrobat. This is something looking like a 4-man elimination because acrobat just can't open up that exit gate fast enough. Hunter will be going after the survivor next. Nerusu will be returning to the manor. The ghost is going towards Doctor, making sure that she'll be able to teleport to him and infect him as soon as he gets up. Doctor has gotten up. The main body is still on the acrobat. Appa is at full health. Hunter's detention is over, and the oh my goodness, the ghost is at the gate. The gate is being opened up. She needs to teleport to the survivor and will be teleporting and downing him right away. Now he doesn't have self-heal, which means the Hunter can teleport to the acrobat and will be able to down this acrobat, do this slugging method. He will be able to get the 4-man elimination, but the exit gate is opening up and is open, so this is looking like a 3-man elimination for the side of FL Hunter, tying up round 2.
だよなやっぱりっていうのがありますけど、
本当に2でもいいから持って行って、ゲートから離す、その時間で教育クールタイムを上げる。
ベインちょっと久しぶりじゃない。
カルドというのもよくあるエリア選択ですけども、
はい。まあもうそこは
FAV Hunter going against FL survivors. It will be GameKeeper on Moonlit River Park. Young is already making his way to the second floor, has his coffin thrown down at the first floor. Hunter will be going up the stairs and going after the survivor by looking at his blood trails, and it looks like Young is transitioning towards first stop. Thankfully the cipher machine is not right at that area, so he won't also be running into a survivor. Is going to catch up to him by will be able able to hook the survivor and he will be eating this hit. He looks like he's running to the roller coaster and will be taking it right away. And it looks like he's confidently riding this roller coaster, meaning that Yuto was in this area, most likely pressed the second stop, is able to make it to the fourth stop, third stop right away. The story is in the way. Hunter doesn't seem to be gonna use warp, close the distance, meet him at the stop, is trying to do some cooking him mid-air and is not able to hit him, somehow able to avoid it. Most likely has knee-jerk reflex, had that speed boost, so after he was hooked, vaulting that window, he was able to avoid getting hit. But the hunter will be running into him and taking him down for the first time, taking him all the way back to the second story where the survivor spawned, in case his coffin is in this area, in which it is. It doesn't look like he plans on utilizing his coffin yet. He needs to make it to 10th in order to fully utilize his ability, and the survivors know that this hunter has warp, so he can close the distance, but they'll need him to be as far away as possible. We'll be able to hook this mercenary and get the hit and have 75% damage, is able to get the save with Tide Turner. We see the Antiquarian is body blocking for the survivor so that he can't get hooked, and he will be able to make it to the far corner of the map. We'll be eating a hit for the Embalmer as Embalmer transitions towards the corner walls. Hunter is going to be able to see the survivor and will be going after him. We do see the Antiquarian was staying back there, but it does look like the hunter will be going for this Embalmer and not paying attention to this Antiquarian. Antiquarian is also at high health, so now harassing is going to be quite difficult, but she is still in this area, is going to be pushing this hunter away and stunning him for a little bit young. Going back towards fourth stop, is able to stun the hunter, was able to throw down that pallet. Hunter will be going ahead and breaking this pallet right away, is making his way, isn't able to dodge the hook, and is able to down this survivor for the second time. He is much further than before from his coffin, so it does look like the hunter will be cheering him here at fourth stop, and he will have to utilize his coffin because he will be dying if he gets changing to teleport. Will be going straight to second stop, isn't able to see where this coffin is quite yet. Has found the coffin as he leaves, and it looks like the hunter is going to wait for that bubble to disappear and then take a hit on this survivor right away. He does have Tide Turner on himself, however, was flywheeling but wasn't able to avoid the hit. Will still be going down, and it was the mini Tide Turner from the coffin resurrection ability, and it looks like he's going to be going to the chair for the third and final time. 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 53, the 5th cipher machine at 31. Hunter is changing targets towards Sasori. He's the only survivor that is at full health. He is going to utilize his hook to gain more distance. Hunter is going to utilize his hook to close the distance. Is going to be able to hook him across all these obstacles because he was in a straight line heading for that exit hole in the tent, so it was very easy for the hunter to aim and hit the survivor. He is at 75% damage. Hunter is changing targets, going towards Yuto it seems, and the 4th cipher machine has just been completed. The dungeon is in the middle, and the hunter is going towards the mercenary. Mercenary is going to be running into him as he's exiting the second story, but is going to be going in the opposite direction towards the walls. Hunter wasn't able to see the survivor, is going to put down a trap here and check. He's going to put down another trap at the entrance, making it very hard for the survivors to go through and finish that cipher machine. So the survivors have started an additional cipher machine at 20% on the opposite side of the map. Hunter has found 520 and is going to try and down this survivor next, and she's doing a very good job hiding behind these drums, and she still has a pallet here to work with, and she still has a lot of stick, so we'll be able to stun the hunter and disarm him for a time being, and is transitioning, flywheeling to the next pallet, and misses her swing and will be going down. We do see that the survivors are working on that last cipher machine at 70%. If Yudo can just stay out of the hunter's radius and not be seen by this hunter, he may be able to go for this save while Sasori finishes up that cipher machine. That's around 80% now. But hunter is already going towards the second story and does not have tinnitus. Will be making his way back to the chair. The mercenary has one elbow pad to work with, and he is also slowly making his way to the chair. These cipher machines are prime, so as long as he can get this save, but he has to be also really careful because he will be hooked, but he won't go down right away because he does have the delayed effect. He also does have borrowed time. Both survivors, all three survivors have borrowed time, so this is a possible 3-man endgame, but we'll have to see how well this mercenary saves. Is going to elbow pad to the chair. She's going to be, getting the hit right away. Is going to pop the cipher machine and get the save. That is 3 survivors endgame. The hunter is trying to get the hook onto this anti-courier and is able to hook her and down her immediately. Yudo is still in this area. He needs to get out of this area, and the hunter will be chairing this anti-courier for the second time. But was she saved? Nope, she was not saved before half, and hunter is now going for this mercenary. Dungeon is in the middle, but the exit gates are still not being worked on. The hunter also does have teleport, so that means this survivor needs to buy enough time for Sasori to open up that exit gate, and the hunter will be setting up a trap here. Will be able to hook the survivor. Was trying to throw down that pallet, but the hunter will be downing this mercenary. He is picking him up right away and taking him towards the chair. He is assuming that Sasori is on the other half of the map, and he does have teleport to work with, but in case Sasori isn't on that side, it might be dangerous for the hunter to teleport. So it looks like he's going to be using his hook. He's already made his way towards working carousel. Is going to go right back to the chair because he doesn't seem to know where this survivor is. Is going to check around. Second story isn't able to do so. He is saving teleport in case there is a save or going towards the exit gate, but it looks like the hunter is not able to spot out the survivor, and that allows the story to escape, and that's a 3-man escape, 3-man elimination on the side of FAV Hunter.
来たわけなんですけども、勝までしてしまったので、じゃあ立て直すのかどうかの判断のしね。
そうですね、魔女とか女王っていうのは、
これで終点側傭兵で始発側で。
ここで試合が
FL Hunter going against FAV survivors. It will be GameKeeper on Moonlit River Park. It looks like he's making his way towards tent, but the survivor has already gone on the outside of tent, is making his rounds, and will be seen through the little holes in the tent. Hunter is going to set up some traps, getting ready to down the survivor Felix. We do see Felix has flywheel, and he's going to be in his puppet form. Will be hooked right away, but Hunter is waiting for him to be out of puppet form. Is going to set up a trap there so that he can't go to the pallet, back into the puppet form, and then will be taking a hit while he transitions to the next pallet available in this wall. Is a very strong kiting area. Hunter will be breaking this pallet so they cannot continuously loop this area, doing a little back and forth along the walls, and will be able to hook him through that pallet, but into his puppet form, eating the hit once again. Will be throwing down that puppet, and the hunter will utilize warp to close the distance right away, running into the survivor flywheels, but isn't quite able to make it to the pallet, and the hunter has downed this puppeteer for the first time. It looks like he'll be bringing him to the chair at 4th stop, and there is a survivor here working on that cipher machine. Will most likely have to get off that cipher machine soon if Hunter decides to approach him. It is Dakcho who is the mercenary. Hunter is pressuring this cipher machine. Mercenary is going back and forth and decoding this cipher machine. It does look like mercenary will be the first person to come to the rescue. Will be elbow padding straight to the chair, and the hunter is getting ready to utilize his hook, but gets the save right away before the hunter can do much, and will be is eating the hit right away off of a chair with Tide Turner. Felix is going to go away from this mercenary's Cypher machine, go around this area, away from this trap, is able to hook this survivor and get full presence, getting the survivor also on the trap. Hunter will be bringing the survivor towards the 10th corner, and looks like Apai is waiting to rescue the survivor for the second time. We have one Cypher machine completed, the second Cypher machine at 92, the third Cypher machine at 92, and the fourth Cypher machine at 33%. Apai is already at the chair, is going to get the hook onto the survivor. Hunter's being very patient, is going to utilize his rocket, stuns the Hunter and gets the save off of Felix, but Felix gets hit right away, but he does still have Tide Turner once again, so that is giving the survivors more time to decode and waste this Hunter's time as much as possible. It doesn't look like the survivors were going to take a hit for this survivor, because while he's in the Tide Turner state, he can't utilize his puppet, and so he won't be able to buy more time, and so they will just be rescuing him right away without taking a hit, and he will be returning to the manor. 3 Cypher machines have been completed. Hunter going towards the mercenary. It is Dak Joe. He has already made his way around the 4th stop. Hunter is trying to hook him and is unable to quite do so. Oh my goodness, hooked himself off of the platform, utilizing his elbow pad and dodging this hook. Amazing job on the side of this mercenary. He has one more elbow pad to utilize. Hunter was able to hook him and get the hit onto this mercenary, leaving him at 75% damage, and the Cypher machine, the 4th Cypher machine almost complete at 75%, 5th Cypher machine at 44%, so the Cyphers are progressing quite well. Hunter is able to, is not able to hook the survivor, was able to make that window go, hiding behind this wall. There is a pallet to work with. We have a trap on the floor so that this mercy has to go all the way around. We'll be getting ready to throw down that pallet with the Hunter. But the Hunter was patient and he swung as that pallet was thrown down. Is going to teleport to the Cypher machine of Apai, which was at 81%. Apai utilizing his rockets and avoiding the Hunter's hook. The rocket has been exploded. The rocket has run out, and the survivor now has to run on foot until the cooldown is gone for his rocket. Another 5 seconds, but the Hunter is able to hook and down the survivor right away, because he did get that 25% injury when he was rescuing the puppeteer, and so a hook and a normal hit does take down this Weeping Clown right away. Does look like the mercenary has gotten up. Now they're gonna have to prime up the Cypher machine on the complete other side of the map. Narisu is hanging around in the middle, so once the Cypher machine is primed, he could go for the save, but the Hunter has tinnitus, so he's aware there's a survivor here. Narisu hiding behind that pallet, but the Hunter is able to see him. He is gonna switch places with his novelist book and make his way towards the chair. Cypher machine's not ready. Was able to hook him from that distance and is able to get that 75% damage, and looks like the Hunter is gonna get there before he's able to make it to the pallet. Is gonna flywheel. Hunter being very patient, is gonna swap with the Hunter, is able to get the save, and the Hunter will be downing this novelist right away. We do see the rocket was able to go off in time, so the Weeping Clown was able to get away. Cypher machine at 85%. Hunter is just gonna chair the survivor because he doesn't want the possibility for a 3-man endgame with no survivors on the chair, so he has to chair the novelist and then go for this Weeping Clown. Will be throwing a trap right at the window of 2nd story and a trap at the entrance of 2nd story, and it looks like Apai is waiting at the 2nd story stairs, is aware that the Hunter may have placed a trap there, so is going to leave this area. He doesn't have any rockets to work with. If he does take a hit, then they will pop the Cypher machines. The dungeon is also in the middle. Will be able to hook this. The Weeping Clown is not going to be swinging yet. He's just going to try to hit the Survivor with the hook once more. Survivor is realizing this. They're just going to pop the Cypher Machine. In the first half, we did see FAV Hunter was able to get that 3-man elimination. So in order to tie, he has to get the 3-man elimination. Looks like he will be hitting up high. And Arisu doesn't have much time on the chair. Hunter will be teleporting to the Mercenary, and the Mercenary does not have self-heal, but the Weeping Clown does. So if the Mercenary can buy enough time for the Weeping Clown to get up and open up the opposite side exit gate, that can still be a 3-man escape, but a 1-man escape, and it looks like the Hunter is closing in on this Mercenary. Mercenary doing a very good job avoiding every single hook. The Hunter is still unable to hook this Survivor. He can't make that pallet vault. Oh, will be patient, will be getting the terror shock and the hit onto the Survivor. Now he needs to quickly make it to the opposite side because Mercenary cannot get up. Hunter will be picking up this Mercenary and going towards the opposite exit gate. The teleport is on cooldown, so he isn't able to utilize it yet. Oh, he is going to be carrying the Mercenary. The Weeping Clouds. He landed on the trap. Now the Hunter knows exactly where this Survivor is, and it's looking like a 4-man elimination. He can't start opening up that exit gate. He doesn't have any rockets to work with. He is waiting at the first stop platform, is able to switch sides by getting on the roller coaster and off the other side. It looks like Alpine is making his rounds, but he's going to be hooked if he goes to the first. Oh, the Hunter is waiting for the Survivor. The hook is up and is able to hook the Survivor and down and getting the 4-man elimination for FL.
見事です。さあこちら、今のポイント数が、出て
思いますので、エンジニアも火災もフラ砲かな。で、泣きピエロ
FL Hunter going against FAV survivors. It will be Dreamwitch on Lakeside Village. It looks like she's making her way towards Small Boat, running into Dokcho, who is the Weeping Clown. Will be leeching him right away. He will be transitioning away from this Hunter, moving away from the main body leech, and will be using his rocket as soon as the leech catches up, turning sides, trying to keep him away, going towards the... Look how fast this follower's leech is! He is able to stun this leech and throw down this pallet. There is another leech nearby as well that he has to be very careful of, is making his way to the second story. He does seem to counter Dreamwitch a lot. Oh, and gonna get a sandwich situation, but was able to drop down and utilize his rocket once again to go towards the opposite side of the map. The leeches are slowly catching up to this survivor and is going to get off of the rocket. Do see the Hunter has used Patroller on this Weeping Clown running into the main body leech and getting hit instead of on his leech follower, and will be transitioning towards another survivor up high, who is the fire investigator. He can help support with the fire investigator balls. We have another Troller getting onto the survivor. Oh, he has now got onto the Weeping Clown as he's entering the shack window. Hunter's leeches are now closing in, is in the sandwich situation. Unfortunately, will be taking the hit. However, Basement is not in this area, and that's one thing working in favor for the survivors, and will be taking him to the chair for the first time. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine at 62 is able to get the leech remover on the Weeping Clown. We can also see that the Hunter also leeched Apai, the fire investigator. He also has a leech remover, and the forward is coming in for the save. Blink hit right away, not wasting a single second. The survivor is not able to make it to the chair, is going to have to use the football to go away from the leeches. The leeches are very close by, not allowing him to even approach the chair at this point. And the main body is now going towards the forward. Forward is leaving, and he will be going towards Little Goat. Hunter will be leeching the forward and leaving the his leech on the chair. So now coming for a save is getting even more increasingly difficult. There are two little girls next to the chair, and it looks like Felix will be coming in for the save. Will take the hit and get the save right before the Weeping Clown. Oh, downing the Weeping Clown right away. So the Weeping Clown will be returning to the manor. This took up a lot of time for the survivors because this is a big map, and they're making the survivors go across the map just to get that save, but wasn't able to do so, and will be returning to the manor. The survivor that went to the manor also did have tie turner, so now that's one less tie turner to utilize. It looks like the hunter will be going for Apai, who is the fire investigator, the only survivor with full health. Nerisu also needs to get rid of his leech. It looks like he's trying to meet up with Felix. The little girl is gonna catch up and down the forward right away, and the hunter will re-leech the forward for still not having a leech remover, and one of the leeches are going towards the airplane. Is using his jetpack to get enough distance, but the hunter is catching up very fast. It is going to mind game at that pellet. The hunter just used blink right away and down her second survivor. This is looking incredibly good for the side of the FL hunter, since only 2 cipher machines are down. We have a survivor down, we have a survivor chaired, and we have 1 survivor available. Oh, it looks like she's gonna get ready to chair this survivor as well. She just needs to find, she's gonna do the slugging method where he struggles free, she hits him right away, picks him up again, struggles free, hits him right away, and just keeps him on the balloon the entire time. It does look like the survivor was able to struggle free. Hunter has downed him and doesn't have to go through the process of utilizing self-heal, looking for him, going back and forth. It does look like Apai was able to get the save on the forward. It's gonna blink and down the forward immediately, and this is almost the end for the FAV survivors, because once he goes back to the manor, Hunter can utilize her slugging method. She's gonna pick up Felix once again, leave him on the balloon while downing the fire investigator. Oh, was able to get up, utilize his upward propel, so this might be there's a sliver of hope, because he was able to get away from the leeches, and it looks like we have a leech on Felix. She does want to secure this one person down. The forward hasn't quite been returned to the manor. Apai is working on the cipher machine, but it doesn't look like cipher machines will be done anytime soon. And it looks like the hunter is going to be concentrating on the airplanist while the forward has returned to the manor. Also has a leech on the fire investigator. Fire investigator still has 1 ball to utilize. The airplanist has 1 jetpack to utilize. They're slowly dwindling the resources of the survivors. Oh, was able to blink, but wonderful flywheel and utilization of his jetpack to continuously stay away from this hunter. Hunter can now re-leech this fire investigator. He was able to finish up that cipher machine, but how are they going to complete 2 more ciphers when the hunter is on both survivors? He's going to blink and down Apai right away. Apai still does have self-heal. Felix, however, does not have self-heal, so if she can just down the airplanist, it will be over for the side of the survivor. She is just going to leave a leech near Apai and go towards the let's see. Okay, it is the main body's leech picking up Apai, and Felix's leech is still going after the airplanist, and it looks like he was able to create distance while she was bringing Apai to the ground. Is going to finally re-leech Apai and now concentrate on going to Felix. Is going to be holding him up on the balloon, carrying him closer to the survivor. If he struggles free, we have another leech waiting to down him right away, and she will slowly move closer to the airplanist. Airplanist is trying to get some cipher decoding in, but the hunter is slowly closing in on him, and Shaq is able to blink right through the obstacles, trying to find the survivor faster. Felix was also able to de-leech himself, so the leeching is now no longer on cooldown, so she will be able to down this survivor and go for this aeroplanist. It's just a lot of back and forth in multitasking Dream Witch, your once most played hunter in the past, and she's still doing an incredibly good job, as you can see on Lakeside Village, and the results of this game will most likely show that she can still get that 4-man elimination. It does look like Felix is buying a lot of time, but Appai isn't able to do anything this entire game, is able to finally struggle free, down once again, and back onto the aeroplanist. Aeroplanist trying to de-leech during this time, but the hunter is going to close in very soon. Blink will be available in 63 seconds. Was going to do some mind games at this pallet back and forth and transitioning around, following him. Another pallet to work with will be breaking this pallet so he can't loop. Will be picking up this fire investigator, and yeah, no blink yet, but it's just a matter of time. But it's not over for the survivors. If he can outlast this, not sure what he can outlast, but if the fire investigator can utilize his ball and somehow get away and free himself, then there's another possibility, but that's not happening quite yet. And the hunter is still going for Felix. The dungeon is quite far away. He doesn't have any jetpacks left. So yeah, the survivors are just running out of options. He is back on the big boat. Will be taking that window vault. The little girl will just be following him. I shouldn't say little girl anymore because there's a survivor called little girl now, and that can be confusing. But the Dream Witch is little girl. Yeah. It looks like Felix will be making his rounds back into the main big boat and downing this poor fire investigator once again. They don't have an opportunity. Oh, finally have blink and downing this survivor, and it looks like the Dream Witch will be carrying this fire investigator finally, and the survivors will surrender, getting the 4-man elimination for the FL Hunter.
流してた覇者がまたうまかったですよね。
はい、良かったですね。
そうね。まあでも結構軽いパーティーではあります。
その後もチェイス力高いサバイバーが居座ることになるので、
FAV Hunter going against FL Survivors. It is Soul Weaver on the Lakeside Village is doing the backlight trick and making his way over the window on Small Boat, running into Young. Is gonna be the first chase. Is the decoder. So on the side of the hunter, it is a very good first chase. Will be following him on foot, not ready to use the webs quite yet. Young does have these 3 windows to utilize. Hunter will be very patient and will be finally utilizing his webs for faster movement speed. Has laid down 2 webs and is slowly closing the distance between the survivor, going back and forth. Was able to make that window vault. Another web, giving him extremely fast movement speed. Young will be stunning, but Hunter double back for like 1 step and was not able to get the stun on this. Hunter will be able to take the first hit as he transitions. Oh my goodness, he vaulted right into the Hunter with that vault, and will be taking him down incredibly fast. However, Cypher Machines at 72%, 68% and 54% is going to chair this far away corner. If we do see, Yuto is in the area. It is the forward, and the hunter is slowly making his way towards the mercenary. It's not the forward, it's the mercenary. And hasn't quite gotten to Tinnitus. Will be getting Tinnitus now. Thankfully, it's not the mercenary that has won an order for the side of the survivors. It is the Acrobat 520, and we can see that the hunter is getting very close to the survivor, has seen the blood trails, is gonna utilize a elbow pad to try and make it to the chair. Hunter catching up incredibly quickly. He's gonna utilize his second elbow pad and get the save with Tide Turner. Hunter is just going to concentrate on the prisoner, and the prisoner was able to make a vault, but there isn't much obstacles to to work with Hunter throwing down a web and is able to down the survivor while he's vaulting with that fast movement speed. Will be going down in this corner for the second time. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The third cipher machine at 54, the fourth cipher machine at 34, the last cipher machine at 25%. It doesn't look like the survivors are getting any closer. The only survivor close by, it was after half, so he will be returning to the manor, and obviously there will be no survivors close by because they'll try to be making more distance away from this Hunter. Hunter is now looking towards 520 and going towards this acrobat who is near the shore. Will be saving his webs and allowing that to stack up. He will be going towards the corner. There's a lot of pallets here to work with. Is able to avoid that spit, and he will be throwing down so many webs in this area. Is able to avoid it by utilizing his bomb, but he is going to be taking a hit here since there wasn't anything to work with nearby. Will be throwing down that pallet near this little crab shack. It's called. It is gonna blink down him, and that is the down for the acrobat, and we'll be taking him to the chair nearby. We see that 2 cipher machines have been completed. The third cipher machine at 87, the fourth cipher machine at 65. The prisoner did connect this cipher machine before he returned to the manor, but Hunter will be breaking that connection. We see the third cipher machine has finally popped. Fourth cipher machine at 66, the fifth cipher machine at 54, and an additional cipher machine at 50%. The merchant can still come in for the save, but the problem is the Hunter does have that spit, so if he gets an additional 25% injury, that means he'll be going down immediately. So not the most ideal survivor to come for the save. It does look like Sasoria is making her way to the chair. It is the female dancer. She can set up slow boxes and fast boxes so she can spin and get closer to the survivor, or she can allow the music boxes to help rebound Kite, but I mean, he does still have the balls to work with, so there is still a possibility she will be making her way to the chair, getting the spit on her. She needs to hurry up. Hunter throwing down a slow music box and getting the save right away, but being farmed right off of the chair. It looks like the acrobat will be going back to the manor. The second survivor already eliminated. We see 4 cipher machines have finally been completed. The last cipher machine at 66 and 50%, making his way towards Yudo instead of Big Boat. Interesting. Might suddenly decide to change targets, but we'll see what this Hunter does decide on doing. It does look like he plans to commit on this mercenary instead. He still has 1 elbow pad to work with. The dungeon is in this area. We see that this cipher machine does have quite a lot of progress. We'll be vaulting that window and following the blood trails of this mercenary as Sasori tries to climb up that corner. Cipher machine isn't able to do so because the Hunter just teleports to her immediately, throwing another spit and setting down more webs. Is setting down a lot of webs. She'll be eating the web and flywheeling, but the Hunter is unfortunately very patient, and she threw down the pallet as she got hit, and that is her first down, her first time on the chair. But now Yudo can't decode, because if he does decode, that will be telling the Hunter exactly his exact location. So he now needs to try and stay alive. Was able to struggle free. It looks like the Hunter is using the slugging method where he drags the second to last survivor all the way to the area the first survivor is going to down him and put down the survivor and then go for the mercenary while the survivor is still on the ground. It looks like the Hunter is waiting around near this female dancer. In the first half, we did see FL Hunter was able to get that 4-man elimination, and so in order just to tie, this Hunter needs to guarantee a 4-man elimination, because that will be putting FAV in a very terrible spot. We'll just be chairing this female dancer and going for this mercenary. So round 1 was a tie, round 2 was a tie, round 3 FL did win, so they are already ahead. So FAV cannot allow this survivor to escape, because that would guarantee the win for FL. So it looks like she will finally be catching up to this mercenary and will be able to down this this mercenary and chair him. The dungeon is still far away, and the survivor is not gonna go back to the manor anytime soon, and that's a 4-man elimination for the side of FAV Hunter.
ありますけどね。おー、浪人教師。
そうですね。
そうですね。こうなるとどういう追い方をする。
FAV Hunter going against FL survivors. It will be Wax Artist on Ever Sleeping Town, making his way towards Corner House, is going to wax off that Cypher machine and make his way towards the middle where Yuto is. It is the forward, the only survivor with tie turners, so that may be a problem to these survivors. Maybe, may or may not be. As long as he can have a nice long kite, it will not be a problem. Is going to utilize his football to continuously avoid the wax from the Hunter. Will be eating quite a lot of wax here while stopping at the edge of the house. Hunter will be throwing more wax towards Young. It looks like he's going to be changing targets. No, he won't. Back on Yuto, back on Young Cypher Machine, and back on the blood trails of Yuto, the forward. Forward still has 1/3 football to work with, is going to be able to throw down that pallet, and has 32% wax, which means his previous wax did Spire is going to warp right next to this Hunter. He has 2 pallets to work with, will be transitioning back into the roof wall area, is not able to make that vault, is going to swing and get the second swing and injure the survivor for the first time. Can see there is progress on a lot of the Cypher machines, and the Hunter is continuously trying to wax off this window while running into the survivor. He has barely any football left to work with, but is able to utilize it and hide behind the wall, staying away from this wax, but will be eating quite a lot of wax here as he's trying to transition away, and will be taking the hit and will be going down for the first time. We'll be cheering him here at this corner. Does look like the survivors are just going to be decoding for now, but now there is no survivor in the team that has Tide Turner. Will be waxing off that. Oh, I'm not sure if he was supposed to turn white if it gets waxed off, but it seems like the survivor will be leaving that Cypher machine anyway, so there won't be anyone working on that Cypher machine. We do see that Young is slowly making her way towards the chair, and the Hunter is going to cover off here. She's going to double back and leave the chair. She was the only survivor that was able to complete her Cypher machine. It doesn't look like any of the survivors plan on getting the save. This happens quite a lot against the Wax Artist because they don't want to allow the Wax Artist to get full presence. Then he'll have the Hot Wax and he can down survivors incredibly quickly. So it looks like they're just feeding this Hunter to Nidus but not actually going for the save. And since we do have a mechanic, we do also have a survivor decode an extra Cypher machine. It looks like the Hunter will be running towards Sasori, who is the mechanic, and the Hunter will be throwing wax her way as she is making her way towards the is able to wax off that window with the ball, warping right next to the survivor, flywheeling, able to avoid the hit but getting 100% wax, and will be taking the first hit as she transitions towards the dancing geisha. Hunter is trying to get more wax on this survivor, is able to get 28%. Her bot is still available on this map and will continuously be throwing wax her way. She has 72. Oh my goodness, 100% wax, and is able to down this survivor for the first time. Will be cheering her in the middle and not anywhere close to corner house. Her bot is working on the graveyard Cypher machine, was trying to block off the Hunter, and there is a tram coming in the Hunter's way. All these obstacles in this Hunter's way, is able to struggle free and transition back away from graveyard, away from her bot, is going to be throwing down those pallets. I mean, the timing of that tram just saved this survivor. Was able to get that window vault before the area was waxed off, is able to utilize the fire investigator's ball to transition to the pallet, getting the pallet set on this Hunter, and the Hunter still doesn't have full presence quite yet, is able to get the down on this mechanic for the second time, finally has full presence. However, 4 Cypher machines are completed, the 5th Cypher machine at 69, an additional Cypher machine at 43, and another Cypher machine at 6%. The bot is still available, and can continue to decode as the hunter goes and tries to wax off 520. Cipher machine is gonna try to aim the wax ball towards that cipher. It was blocked off at this time. We see the mechanics bot is waiting at the exit gate. We see Young is making her way towards the chair, and she is the psychologist, will be taking the normal hit and getting the save off on the mechanic before half. Is going to be trying to get more wax on the survivor. Wax is piling up at 96%. A wax bomb or hot wax will be downing the survivor right away. Cipher machines are primed. Hunter is going to be breaking this pallet. They haven't decided to pop cipher machines quite yet because mechanic does not have borrowed time. We see that fire investigator trying to block off this area to the chair, isn't able to do so. Is gonna just go ahead and pop this cipher machine. Since mechanic does not have borrowed time, they will utilize this time to go towards the exit gate. Oh, we do see the bot could also potentially come in for the save. It looks like 520 is not going to be going to that exit gate because that's way too close to the hunter. The bot is feeding tinnitus, and the hunter is unable to see the fire machine going all the way around the back towards the open cipher machine. Not cipher machine, opened exit gate by the psychologist is going to teleport the 520 was not able to make it to the exit gate quite yet. However, the dungeon is in graveyard, and it looks like he's going to be able to make it there before the hunter is trying to throw wax, trying to block the survivor from getting that dungeon, but is able to get that dungeon, and that's a 2-man escape on the side for the side of FL survivors.
すごく良かったんですけど、一つ獲得していると。ラウンド3ですね。獲得しています。
いいですね。めちゃくちゃ。
さあ、エリア選択このようになりました。十字にとっていられているのは4逃げ。
FL Hunter going against FAV survivors. It will be Anne on Ever Sleeping Town. So the win conditions for the side of FAV is they have to get a 4-man escape. Anything less than a 4-man escape is a win to FL. So FL's Hunter's main goal is just to eliminate one survivor, and that will guarantee FL's victory. And it looks like her first chase will be Nerisu. The antiquarian is able to land the cat on her right away and is closing the distance. She's making her way to the double pallets here. Is going to play some mind games, waiting around, being very patient. Hunter is just waiting for her cats to be back up and will be getting cats to pounce on her once again. Was able to pounce on her, stun her, and will be eating the first hit as she transitioned to the triple pallets. Is going to throw down those pallets. We see Apai is going to give some assistance and support to this hunter. Remember, the survivors have to be incredibly aggressive because they need to get the 4-man escape. And the looks like the Weeping Cloud will be getting the rocket on the survivor, avoiding the cats extremely well, but running into the hunter and is able to get off at this time. But we see the wildling is in this area. The Weeping Clown brought the antiquarian to the wildling. Wildling is on his board. He'll be trying to eat the cats for this survivor and also push the hunter away if the survivor ever gets stunned, which means that there's a lot of support. Was not able to get the antiquarian on the rocket the second time. But since there's so much support, it also means that there isn't as much cipher decoding. It looks like she will be able to transition to the second story middle map, is able to make it to the second floor, is able to stun the hunter, and is going to make her way towards the wonderful flip right. Oh my goodness, wonderful warp and wonderful flywheel, avoiding the hit and pushing her away with the stick, and is able to make it to the window of graveyard, utilizing her stick for fast movement. See, unfortunately, the cats do latch onto her, and she will be going down for the first time. One cipher machine has been completed. The second cipher machine at 94, the third cipher machine at 42, and the fourth cipher machine at 5%. She will be bringing this survivor towards Dancing Geisha, where Felix is currently working on that new cipher machine, so he will be pushed off the cipher machine. The middle cipher machine is also being sent cats and being pressured. Doctro is also making his way towards this survivor. Hunter is trying to keep every single person away from the survivor because he just needs to get a one-man elimination. It looks like the survivors are going to play some mind games. Hunter's just waiting for cats to beat back up, is going to stun the hunter, and the wildling is going to push the hunter far away from this anti-Aquarian. The cats, however, will be coming back towards this hunter. Was able to avoid, was going to silence the survivor. She won't be able to use her stick for some time. It will be over soon. Hunter is slowly catching up and is able to get the hit just before Tide Turner runs out, and the cats will be landing on the wildling, so the wildling can't harass this survivor, and it looks like she will be able to chair this wildling. We see that Felix, the airplanist, has wanted order. Hunter is now going after Dakcho. Dakcho had just gotten off his board, so that means his board is on cooldown, and if he's gonna get the save, it's gonna have to be when the cats aren't around. He is able to get the save, not quite yet, is gonna take the hit, and then we'll be able to get the save with Tide Turner. Hunter throwing down the cats once again, landing on the antiquarian. However, we do see that the Weeping Clown, and oh my goodness, is able to hit the antiquarian. Weeping Clown was trying to body block, and the wildling was trying to dash and push the hunter away, but wasn't able to do so. Hunter survivors are now forcibly healing this. Oh my goodness, she changed to excitement down, hits the wildling and downs the wildling and brings this antiquarian to the chair. She will be returning to the manor. The survivors were doing an incredibly good job. 4 cipher machines were completed. If they somehow managed to harass the hunter a little more, they might have been able to get that 4-man escape, but in this instance it will have to be a 3-man escape if possible. We see that Felix is finishing up that cipher machine at 60%, and another survivor is going towards Felix. Oh, it looks like Appai will be finishing that cipher machine while Felix makes his way towards the chair, but the hunter has caught Felix so far off away from the chair. Hunter is not going to go for Felix, he's going to go for Appai, who is the Weeping Clown. Weeping Clown, stuck outside here at the edge of the map, will be going down for the first time. He also doesn't have any rockets to work with because he used all his rockets in support to keep the antiquarian alive. Will be getting the chair in the basement. The survivors now no longer have Tide Turner, so this is going to be an extremely hard rescue, and the cipher machine with the most progress is also in this area. Doctor will be starting a new cipher machine at Graveyard. Hunter is going to be not leaving this area quite yet, is waiting for Tinnitus. Has Tinnitus triggered, but he's going around the back, and the hunter has not quite noticed this fact. It looks like Felix just plans on feeding Tinnitus. Hunter is unable to locate this survivor, is throwing cats around the area trying to silence, and it looks like he was able to silence this airplanist, but airplanist does not plan on going for this risky save. Almost got hit by a tram, but looked back just in time. Hunter has now seen Felix. He is making his way towards the wonderful jetpack utilization to land at the stairs. Oh, did not get that hit, but will get the second hit. Oh, getting the save just before half. However, trying to body block here, was able to hit the Weeping Clown. Great precision on the side of this hunter. Will be putting him back on the chair, and he will be returning to the manor since he was saved after half. This is getting closer to the end game. The cyber machine are still not primed. Appai not Appai. Felix needs to stay alive long enough. Oh, he went back into the dungeon basement, but the hunter saw it. Cyber machines were primed, but Hunter downed this survivor. She does not have teleport, she has excitement, so she will just be chairing the survivor instead of going for the exit gate. Dacho is opening up that exit gate. Hunter is throwing the cats, trying to get faster movement speed by jumping closer to the exit gate, but it does look like the exit gate will be open in time, and it's looking like a one-man escape. Exit gates are now open, is on his board, and he is ready to leave, and that's a 3-man elimination for the side of FL Hunter, and they will be able to win this matchup.
そしてデータですね、こちら出ております。待っております。フェンネル、そしてファブゲーミングの戦い、こちら3回4釣り3回
しましたね。
してるんですね。
はい。
試合になっていきます。
はい。
まあ明日も本当に、そして17時予定しておりますのが、この第1マッチ第2マッチ